of Toivola. Specifically and most recently, you were down here near South Cove, where you have come to figure out what is happening with the Von Karth estate, as Ricard Von Karth, your associate, had been abducted long ago, and in your efforts to find a way to vanquish Vagradan, you have made your way there and rescued Ricard, and have now come to the Von Karth estate, only to find that the Von Karth estate has diminished in power, and South Cove is now ruled by one Regan Fang. After a discussion last week, you spoke to Lady Ilmarrow and asked for an appointment with her boss. Apparently, you guys wish to speak to the supervisor in an effort to swing the power from Regan Fang to potentially the Von Karths. You guys have returned to the Von Karth estate to plan and prepare and take your long rest before the next morning. What would you like to do? As I will tell you that Amor Shestina sent messages off to some Naushan residents, and hopefully he will be here to discuss the information that he was able to acquire.
I'm just double checking all my potions.
Did you say we already had the long rest or no?
Not yet. You guys are currently about to go and take your long rest.
Vulnerability. Okay, yeah, I got them. Okay. Just making sure I wrote everything down.
Sure.
So we ended last session with a scene of Ricard and Rose dueling in the courtyard.
Indeed.
Is everybody just like kind of in the
Everyone
main
was
hall?
about to go to their long rest. Your mother and
Well-
father go to their bedroom with hope for the future.
Well, yeah, so she's just given Rickard Star Shatterer. Yeah, well, actually, that actually raises a really good point. So Rose is going to meditate with Valerian, and she is going to speak to him about potentially unlocking, because he told her that the sword can do a ton of stuff, and she's really only been able to get it to dance and occasionally do a slick parry. So she's going to talk to him about, like, I'm sorry I was neglecting you when I had Star Shatterer, but I don't have Star Shatterer anymore.
Right. Yeah, now I'm second fiddle, and now I'm your backup. I understand.
Well, yeah, because I still have Cass.
Of course,
But
yeah. Like, now I'm the third. Great. Just what I wanted was to be the third wheel.
well, we can work together to rectify that issue.
Uh-huh.
It's just imagine how good it'll feel when you bring out your full power against Ricardo Cervantes.
Mm-hmm. It'll be really fitting at that point, won't it? Right when you need me.
Well, it's not about need. It's
Mhm.
about wanting to spend time with my brother. I'm
Right.
sorry I've been neglecting you,
Uh-huh.
Valerian.
I understand. I understand that other swords are more important than family. He's
Well, it's
giving
not about
you
it.
a hard time.
Yeah. It's not about importance. It's about effectiveness. And I want to work.
Shh.
She shrugs. I haven't been able to get you up to full power. So let's work on that. What do I need to do to get you back up to speed?
I'm back up to speed. Thank you very much. But if you want me to get a little bit more powerful, you need to use me against powerful foes.
Okay. Well, if it's that simple, I suspect we're going to fight a powerful foe soon.
Of course you are. Some lich demon woman thing. Right.
Have you ever heard of this Lady Ilmarrow?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Now,
I've
did
never
you
heard
have
of her either.
fun fighting Ricard?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
Like, you guys got a little hot and heavy there.
I mean, that's what usually happens when you're fighting. Have you ever been in a duel that wasn't hot?
Yes,
Especially when
actually.
especially when we're in the desert.
Yeah, I've been in a cool duel, but you and he were really into it.
Well, I had to test him to see if he was worthy to carry Star
Oh,
Shatterer.
I understand. Worthy to carry Star Shatterer. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
You
well,
had to
he's a better.
test him.
I did. He's a better swordsman than I am.
Do you like how he handles his sword?
Out of all the swordsmen I've seen, yes, he's able to do those weird tricks and misdirect his enemies really well. Most swordsmen are very straightforward, and he likes to come in from the side.
This is where he's going to say, phrasing, sis.
I don't understand what you mean.
All right. Dear girl. Sometimes when a man is interested in a beautiful woman, they will do these
Valerian-
things called moves.
Valerian,
And
I've been
when
in
the
a.
moves make the woman sweat. They're really appreciated.
All right, fine, you win. I've been an assassin for a century. I know how to honeypot people, Valerian.
I'm sure you do. Is that what you're doing here?
No,
Oh, so it's
I
genuine
actually-
interest.
I actually did want to test him.
And how'd he turn out?
I think he's very capable. The only concern I have is that he's going to get hit with some sort of mental ensorcelment in the middle of a fight.
So
At this point, you'll hear from a distant window, "Oh fuck!" as Ricard removes his beam shard of power.
Oh yeah, that's 2 levels of exhaustion. Yeah.
now, you know
I hope
you're
you didn't-
single, right?
I am.
And you keep turning away handsome guys.
I do.
Now, Ricard may not be all that handsome. Let's face it.
No, he's good looking.
Fine. It'd be a cool power move for you and he to get into a relationship.
Let me put it to you this way. I've definitely given the matter some thought, but I have plans.
You have plans.
I have plans.
What plans are those? Because it seems like you just turn down every guy. You do like guys, don't you?
I do. I'm very straight. No, the issue is, like I said, I have plans. And I need to see if those plans will come to fruition before I make any sort of commitment.
All right.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
I hope so. It'd be nice to have a little nephew and niece around.
Well, yes, I
Okay.
know. Well, I don't want to be the last De La Rosa either, but that is a matter we need to address after we've taken care of all the business we have to take care of.
Okay. Just remember to address it. You don't want that to slide.
Like I said, I have plans, and I think you're going to be surprised.
No doubt. And GM Eric, I believe, suspicious enough and assuming enough that I think I know where the plans are, and I'm not even going to bring them up because I have an idea that would be very shocking, and I think that's the direction you're going, but I'm not going to say anything.
Cut to Brennan doing sweet moves, like falling from the ceiling.
Cut to Brennan doing sweet moves in his room.
Yeah,
running across the
the
ceiling.
yeah, the penniless, smelly ranger. Yes. To be fair, he's not. Well, actually, no. He kind of is penniless because he blows all of his money on arrows of slaying.
Yeah, he doesn't really even understand it.
He's liquid poor, but asset rich. There we go.
Did you say ass rich, right?
Asset rich.
Oh,
he has.
okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. So is there anything you guys would like to do before going to bed tonight?
No, I think Echo's ready.
Okay. Cool. Then you guys are able to bed down and go to sleep, enjoying a nice, well-earned long rest. Go ahead and hit the long rest button and confirm that, as you will be undisturbed tonight. Not that that's ominous.
Well, with the direction this party's going, being anything well earned might just involve putting all of our ashes in appropriately sized containers.
That's true. That's true.
All right. So as you guys wake up the next morning, you smell bacon and eggs.
My apologies for being tardy to the party.
Hello, tardy to the party. I'm Eric.
Hi, Eric.
How are you doing this evening, sir?
Better now that I'm home.
Excellent.
It was a busy Monday.
I'm
Yeah,
glad
and you too?
you're doing
Yeah.
better.
Ugh.
Mondays for me are usually hit and miss. They're either like, well, part of the problem, there's like a DR exercise going on, so there was complications to my Monday.
Well, I'm
That's all.
hopefully going to be able to distract you from them.
I hope so as well.
Work sucks. I know. Yeah.
Blink 180 rows here.
What? Link 180 rows.
Oh, there we go.
So,
Uh,
Amer, you have gotten a long rest.
Oh, okay. Do I need a long rest? Maybe. I don't know. Take it anyway.
Yeah, I think Echo is going to grab some ham and eggs.
Okay,
Mm.
cool.
Oh, ham and eggs for breakfast this morning?
Ham and eggs for breakfast.
Yeah, I think he probably complains a little bit that everything here is overly cooked. You know, he kind of likes his eggs raw, and
They can provide you
Probably
with
likes-
some raw eggs if you choose.
yeah.
Amer's very happy comparatively. There's no more oatmeal. So you see him have
Right.
a giant plate of food.
Yeah, there's me. That's good.
And while they're eating, you'll notice that Amer is playing with a couple of toy paper cranes.
So did you get your messages back?
Yep, I did.
What did you find out?
Well, I mean, a little bit more information. One kind of suspected Demon Lich. I mean, that one was kind of obvious. You know, you don't usually see, undead wizards with that power and not have them not be liches. So we have that. Then powerful spellcaster, paralyzing claws. I think we knew some of that. But also she has a poison breath that even those immune to poison can't resist.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
I'm, not susceptible to poison, but apparently her breath is stronger than my magic.
Resist or immunity? I mean,
There is no resisting it, no immunity to it. It's going to poison you.
okay. I know some breath weapons. Yeah, overpower resistance and immunity, so it's probably
Yeah.
very similar to that.
I'm gonna guess so. And then other than that, is that Lady Omara is probably not her real name.
Well, that makes sense.
And
So, out of character, when you say it overcomes it, is it the condition or just poison damage?
I am stating it as Amer received it.
Okay.
Which is poison breath that bypasses immunity.
Okay.
So, out of character, I would assume
Well,
damage. but,
let's just,
yeah, I
if
don't
we're
know.
going to prepare, let's just prepare for
Yeah.
both.
Yeah, and then So the other thing about it is that while she is a lich, no one knows where her phylactery is, not even herself, and it will bring her back to life in a safe place.
Can you soul jar her?
I don't know if witches have souls.
I mean, I don't know.
No, but I mean, once she returns to her phylactery, we could use the Eye of Kaiser to find out where she went.
So I don't think it's that. It's I don't know. What I was told was the phylactery brings her back to a safe place upon resurrection.
Yeah.
It didn't
Build
say brought her
Mary.
back to her phylactery, just to a place that is safe.
Yeah, that's pretty common.
Okay, poison.
so-
So,
I mean, my guess is we only have to do away with her once.
We don't know that. That's something we need to find out.
Defeat her.
We need to
defeat
figure
her,
out.
defeat her.
Yeah, no, but that's this. Do we need to kill her or defeat her? Are they one and the same?
yeah,
You know,
that would be
it-
annoying if we have to track her down and then kill her again, or otherwise the fight isn't over or some dumb
I
stuff.
mean, it sounds like you're gonna need to do that for a very long time. If that were the case, so I mean, we are dealing with fiends here, and ones that like, law riddles. So we want to make sure that if we're gonna pick a fight, that we make sure that we know that if we chop her to pieces, that we actually accomplish more than just sore arms.
Yeah, we need to know what her actual what the actual rules are. That makes sense. I'm sure we could
Yeah.
talk to Feng. He seemed reasonable. I'm sure he'll help guide us through whatever hits there may be in whatever how these rules work.
Yeah, it's something that we'll just need to take into account. But that's what I learned from my contacts.
No weaknesses. No discussion about weaknesses.
Doubtful. I mean, probably anything else. Undead's weak too, but nothing about like resistances, weaknesses. No real combat like specs, if you will.
Yeah.
It seems like knowledge about her is very light and flitted about it. My contacts
Yeah,
had to go to their contacts to find this.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, I generally have to spend like 2 or 3 turns just testing different cantrips to see what they're resistant to before I can actually open up. And
Eric,
it'd be nice to know ahead of time.
when we saw her the other day, was she looking like ghosty or was she looking like solid, like an actual?
Solid.
Okay, she actually had like a physical body. Okay,
She was physically in the space.
okay. Just checking to make
She
sure
was
she's not some sort.
translucent.
Okay. All right. All right. So powerful caster then. All right.
And poison damage breath. And
Possession?
didn't hear anything about possession. That's not to say she doesn't have it. My contacts did not know. But there is paralyzing claws, which is terrifying in its own right.
Well, I do have magics that can specifically protect from something such as paralysis.
That's very good.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be good.
Poison that would affect me. Part of me wants to see how that works, like because
I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, there's some dragons that ignore immunity. So if you're immune to it, basically you become resistant. If you're resistant, then you take full damage. I've heard of creatures like that.
Well, I do have the Hero's Feast in the back pocket, so to speak. That does grant full immunity to poison for 24 hours.
So maybe that'll give us resistance at best. I mean, but still, that's better than full
Double-
damage. It's a
double
shot.
immunity. Yes. We'll get sun, like all Sun Wukong up in this, like 8 kinds of immortality.
Now, when it comes to liches, there is one thing I do know about phylacteries, just because it's part of the standard curriculum, is that it has to be on the same plane as the creature to work.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Which does mean that one way to defeat a lich is to open a gate, punt them through it, and then kill them.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah, take the
definitely a
fight somewhere else,
possibility.
right?
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility. But yeah, we have to talk to Fang about what exactly the rules for this combat will be. Like, will there be an arena? Will be allowed to leave it? If we kick somebody out, we'll be forfeiting. Like, we need to know what our constraints are. But that's definitely something to keep in our back pocket. If you can just open the gate, I can cover through. I mean, shoot, you could just close the gate if it, if it, would that count as out of bounds? I've been in several martial arts tournaments.
But one also has to consider that we are dealing with demons, not devils here. It is interesting that they might have such, elaborate rituals written into a contract.
I mean, I don't know the difference. I just know that some like to make deals and some like to break them. I'm presuming from the fact that this entity has never broken word with Fang, and holds Fang to such strict standards about rules, that it cares immensely about following the letter of the law. But I don't know.
What's really in it for the demons? That's where I think we're missing the missing critical piece of information. Is this whole setup does not feel demonic.
Well, I believe they're using this area as a dumping ground for the Sturges. They don't want them, so they're using this place to dump them all.
Can you put her in the lockbox that we have with all those Sturges?
Throw the demon plane.
Yeah,
I think even those Sturges have standards.
Yeah.
Technically, it is completely full at the moment.
Also, I think it hasn't been like 2 days. I think they're probably dead.
Yeah, maybe not. So the demiplane, when you cast a demiplane spell, you can open a previously explored demiplane, or you can open a new one. So, we could open one and shove her in and fight it out inside a demiplane, or more than likely she has the plane shift ability. I don't know, maybe not. She could get out of it on her own.
I mean, magic isn't infinite. If we force her to expend a spell like that, that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
From my understanding, plane shift is pretty powerful magic.
Yeah.
We might want to keep that wish in the back pocket for, if we need to wish that we hadn't picked this fight.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so I think probably this is an arena style challenge.
Well,
is what I'm assuming.
Yeah, we can definitely talk to Fang about the rules, and the thing is, we can. If this is a challenge, we can make it whenever we want. So we can take whatever time we want to prepare. The only constraint is that gives them more time to research us.
Oh yeah, prepare as well. Yep.
Yeah.
Is this predetermined? Like we're sure that we're gonna fight?
No, I think today we're going to talk to management. I don't want to fight today, so I think Testadinidae has set it up so that we could talk to management today and maybe try some negotiations. So let's try that today.
Yeah. After all, renegotiating doesn't lock us out from a combat option to resolve it later. But if we can get what we want through a negotiation, and the problems of it are things that'll happen down the line, well, we can wait till we're down the line till we deal with those. Because right now, I'd say Veradrax is infinitely a greater threat to the world than a dumping ground of Sturges, because they've got that handled.
Yeah, we're not really prepared to fight Vagardan at the moment, unfortunately, because we need to wait for Rosie to get back to full power.
Yeah.
Because there's no way the 6 of us are killing Vagardan.
Yeah, so out of character, Eric, how long has it been since Vagardan resurrected on his own without any outside help?
Well, that's not entirely true. That's a interesting point of view, that he did so on his own, as opposed to having a ritual performed upon his bones at the behest of the daughter of the leader of an entire church. Just for context. But
it's completely on its own.
Yeah, but it's essentially been 7 weeks.
Really? It's only been 2 months since he's been resurrected?
Yeah.
Wow, I thought it was a lot longer than that.
No, you guys haven't.
Yeah, I mean, we don't.
You guys have been.
Yeah, we
hauling.
don't do a lot of out of game time. I mean, it's like every day we wake up and do something.
You guys have been doing
Different.
things very active, except for the 3 weeks that you guys, or the 2 weeks you guys took off, as far as.
Yeah, we don't travel. Yeah, we don't travel like most
You don't
groups
do
do
road trips.
either. Our travel is instant most of the time. So, a lot of time would be taken up in travel if it takes so many weeks to get to South Cove, or so a month to get to. We don't have that problem.
I miss
Yeah,
our
unless
boat.
you're actually doing extended periods of downtime, campaigns are pretty condensed in terms of a timeline.
No boats.
I miss our boat.
Well, I mean, we sailed from Shu all the way to Yurix.
Yep.
Like we followed the entire coast, and then after that is when we started really going into the teleportation.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So, yeah,
Have
so
I mentioned I miss our boat?
Which one?
Oh, the one I sank.
So yeah, Vagradan's been active for about 2.5 months. Man, we've gotten a lot stronger in a very short amount of time. Because we were like level 8. We were like level 8 when that happened.
Anime
Let's go
training
talk to
arc.
Let's go talk to management.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk to management.
Oh,
Do we before we do that? Do we want? We were game planning about this fight that might not happen. Do you want to game plan about what we're gonna try to negotiate,
Well,
or do we need to
I
talk to
don't-
Rick
I don't-
about that?
let's do the Aimer walkie-talkie, because last time we didn't do that. So let's make sure to do that today.
Oh,
And
now,
then-
now you want to hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
And-
sure. I think it's one per proficiency. Let me double check. Hold on.
Yeah, the
And
core
let's
of
not
what
really-
I'm. Go ahead.
Let's not agree to anything well, I guess we have the walkie-talkie. We can debate it without having to vocalize our conversation. So,
They
I
may
think
be able-
that'll work.
They may be able to read minds and things too of that power. So
Yeah.
our
Who's gonna?
walkie-talkie might not be so
Yeah.
Who's gonna make the decision? If Testu is able to really negotiate and it sounds good, who's the person? Are we gonna have to go back and talk to the Karth family, or is Ricker gonna make that decision, or are we?
I think.
Well,
Fang
what
would
is
have
our
to-
objective in the negotiation? Is it to get the Von Karths in power and remove Fang? I don't functionally see much of a difference between swapping one for the other in terms of the conditions of the people here.
Oh, Brennan disagrees now.
I don't know. I think, I don't know. If there's a way to get rid of the Sturge problem, that would be number one.
Well, it serves my purposes to have the Von Karths in charge rather than Fang.
I agree, and if there's a way to do that, I would like to do that.
Indeed,
and I don't mind.
I do have a solution thought up, but it won't be removing the Sturges immediately. It will be removing them over time in a way that's amusing to the demons.
Well, let's have.
I mean, after all, this
Let's
problem has been going on for hundreds of years. If it takes another 50 or 60 to resolve it, that's still pretty quick in the terms of solving it.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk.
I mean, I would like it if the people of South Cove could go out at night. That seems like a good thing for them.
Well, yeah, because that's what you used to do back before this problem existed, right?
Yeah.
What kind of lifespan does Rickard have, given this species or what have you?
That's a good question.
But I think we may want to consider how much of our lives are we willing to risk so that some people can walk around at night, especially when we have damn, Vera something. What was it? Vera. I think it was-
Vagradan.
Vagradan. I don't know where I get Varadrex from. Vagradan. Well, Vagradan, even things that we can do to reduce his damage would be far more impactful on the world.
Well, we've gotten a lot stronger over the course of a few months. And something to think about might be that we might not be prepared for Bagadan at the moment. But if we engage in battle that could hone our skills like this, it could help prepare us for that.
Good practice. And
Or we fail and we aren't there to help slay Vagradan.
we could have failed at any point. We could have failed
Yeah,
when we
that's the life of an adventurer.
We could have failed when we scaled the Tower of Kyofu. We could have failed when we attacked Shalash. We could have failed at any point.
We could have
Right,
failed
but
when I
those-
impaled myself on a tree.
Those
yeah.
were mostly in the interests of finding ways to fight against Vagradan. This seems a personal project. Now, I'm all for having access to the resources of South Cove when it comes to the eventual battle. Let's just consider that our lives are of tremendous value.
I must admit, I have plans outside of Vagradan. And
Yeah, that's
putting friends in charge of South Cove is in pursuit of those goals.
Well, we have a lot of things.
My life is in service to the people of this area, so I'm willing to risk my life for them.
Of course, there's nothing we've heard so far that makes me think this fight is completely impossible. But if we can come to a reasonable negotiation with this manager. I mean, Eric, did Ilmero, it's Mero, Ilmero say who her boss was? It was that Randolfo, right, or whatever his name is.
She gave the name, but that's what she called him. That's not his true name.
I'm not saying it right though. What was it? It was
Yeah,
I think that was it. Randolfo.
Rodolfo is what she gave you as the name.
Really Randolfo? That sounds like some random Spanish guy.
Or no, that was the name of one of
Sorry, not
Limmy's
Rodolfo.
cats yesterday or something, an owl or some shit.
Rodolfo was yesterday. I'm sorry. I stuck in his head. Let me get it real quick.
We're getting confused here.
Yeah, we're getting the campaigns crossed.
Romanad.
Romanad. I don't know why I have Randolfo stuck in my head. Romanad.
Rodolfo
the
was
owl.
a dick of a familiar yesterday and just made fun of the whole damn party. Being completely incompetent.
That's like a soccer player.
I mean, the owl wasn't entirely wrong, okay?
Well, true, but he was being a dick about his truth. There's a way
So-
to deliver it that isn't so assholey as Randolfo.
So Romanad. Okay, so does anyone here recognize any being that goes by that name? I mean, what was it? He was king of the layer of the seventh abyss, or was it third? Third. Because Rose, this is way beyond her one history, one religion. So
Maybe something we can roll, Eric, or I mean, we've heard it all. Like, it seems like that's more of a pet name, or you know what I mean, quote unquote, than its actual name.
You guys can roll an insight check if you'd like, but we can just do it with a passive insight. No demon lord worth his salt is ever going to give anyone his true name.
we're not asking for true name, just his business name, the one that people know him by. Like, oh,
This is not the name that he would be known by in hell. This is a name to give other people.
Yeah, so it's like Asmodeus, you know what I mean? Like, who has, like, you know, that's probably not his true name, but it's the name everyone knows him by.
Right.
all right. Well,
What you do is you want to, if you're a demon lord, you want to set your true name to something like Feather Sparkle Rainbow Glitter, and then anyone who discovers it thinks they had an error.
Now we know that what Testudina Day's true name is.
Test use password for everything.
I sure hope not.
yeah. I don't know how reasonable this entity is, or how intimidated by us he can be. I mean, we may be able to bully him off this position entirely. You know, tell him, let him measure us versus his champion. Who does he think is going to win? And
yeah, I'm not counting on that, but maybe.
if we're reasonable, like, hey, we'll give him time to find a new dumping ground for his Sturges. We might even help him solve the problem. And in exchange, we don't have to fight his champion. He just terminates his agreements with Fang, and you give him, I don't know, 2 to 10 years to find a new place to put the Sturges. That gives him
a great place, actually.
Well,
Put him in garden soil. We'll be done with it.
That gives him time to find a new spot, and that saves him the humiliation of us defeating his champion publicly. It also prevents us from risking our lives. It's a win-win-win for everybody. And we may throw something in to sweeten the deal if he's reticent.
Well, let's go
Ricard,
talk
while
to him.
chewing on his food, points at you with his fork. Is like, "Now that's a good idea."
Although we may want to consider that the dumping of the Sturges, I don't think that when it comes to the demons and the Sturges, that they're just like, oh gosh, we have to get rid of them. I guess we'll shove them through this portal. They're likely being pushed here because it was causing suffering. They're demons.
Yeah, maybe. In which case, we just close all the portals by defeating the champion.
Well, my proposal is going to be to stretch that out in a way that's far more entertaining and gives them some prestige.
Why are we trying to entertain the demons?
Because that's what demons enjoy, entertainment. Particularly entertainment that involves suffering, cheers, defeats, things like that.
So why will we extend the suffering of these people?
Because in the end, it's a way to get those portals closed. Just not immediately.
I mean, if the only cost is us risking our lives, I don't believe that is such a dire cost to get these portal closes now. I mean, unless she shows up and she's like surrounded by like 6 other copies of herself that could all just obliterate us, in which case maybe, that might be an option.
We could also, I mean, if this Lady Ilmero has a phylactery somewhere, as you guys are saying, and it's just gonna resurrect after we defeat her, can't we work into the terms of the agreement that if we lose, we don't lose our lives?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. I want to... Echo, do you have the eye?
Yes.
Can I use it? Give me a second. Rose will drink a potion of advantage. Let me mark that off just to be safe. And
would be a great idea.
Yeah. You can spy. You should be able to spy on an object.
It doesn't hurt to try. Probably.
Yeah, you should be. You should be able to.
Okay, so I'm gonna use. Oh, I forgot. Roll 20 is not working. Let me roll 1d20 plus 12. She passes.
Awesome.
All right, she's gonna see. Show me Lady Ilmero's phylactery.
Interesting. All right.
I wasn't prepared for this.
All right.
You know it's in a locked closet somewhere with no light. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's where the container holding
I'm gonna-
Valentina is. Yeah.
Covered in mimetic
if I'm gonna-
hazards.
Yeah, I'd put it in a lime green room with no windows or doors.
Just green screen the whole thing.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Good luck finding this.
Let me go ahead and, because I was not ready for you guys to do this scrying, let me go ahead and get this real quick here.
I didn't even think of that conceptually.
This is a really cool thing. Here we go.
We tell her, "Hey, throw the fight."
Thing is, I have the thing ready for something else, but I just needed to get it over here. So here we go. Cool. So your vision will fade and will pass through dimensions and time, and you will find yourself looking down at the surface of a lava flow. You cannot see the phylactery, as it is somewhere below the surface, but you're within 10 feet of it.
Yeah, I gotta be close. Oh yeah, so I'm not actually there, so I can't like order. Can I move the scry sensor
As long
around
as
to like try to
stays
get
within
it?
10 feet.
Yeah, she'll try to move down to see if it goes into the earth.
The
the
sensor
lava.
will go down, and the moment you go down, the sensor will
Turn
touch
black.
the lava, and you go in and can't see anything because the vision is blocked.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, is it worth? Would my senses go through the sensor? So if I had tremor sense, would I be able to
You'd be able to feel things moving around, yes.
like around the sensor, not around where Rose is physically?
Right.
Is it worth it? I might go crazy if I do it. I mean, no. I have to know it's somewhere around. It's within 10 feet of this lava flow. She'll lift it back up and she'll try to recognize any of the mountains.
You've never seen these at all.
And the sky is completely overcast.
It's completely overcast. There's strikes of lightning, and you can hear screams from below you in the magma.
Well, that's interesting. She is going to lower the sensor the full 20 feet to
Alright.
get to the opposite end.
So it goes down, and you can't feel the heat, but because you cannot see outside of that space, the lava is not translucent, it's not transparent. You're essentially sinking through lava.
Yeah. I was hoping maybe there was a hollow and I could see anything, but no. So I still do the screams sound like they get closer?
Somewhat. They're all around you now that you are down in the magma.
Breathing magma. Okay. Unless something looks like it's gonna change, which it doesn't look like, she'll cancel the spell.
Okay.
Sounds like we're gonna have to get some obsidian blocks to get there, and a flint and steel.
Oh, which reminds me, I need to talk to Oleodark and get some
some-
more obsidian.
Pots of water. Yeah, some buckets.
Yeah, so she just frowns and just says, "Well, I have no idea where that was."
Well,
Do you-
what
do you-
was out there?
It was mountains, like a lava fjord, like just a plain of lava, and there was people screaming beneath the lava, but I couldn't see them.
Wow.
It's a pleasant place.
I wonder
Sounds
if
like a
that.
pleasant place.
I mean, it sounds like hell. I don't know. I've
Yeah.
never been.
Considering the fact there was a screams coming out of the magma, I would guess it's probably maybe on one of the hells or whatever they all go to.
But if it is another plane, I turn to test two. If it is another plane, doesn't that mean if we kill her here, she won't resurrect?
That does seem to be the case. I do wonder, because normally there's no overlap between the undead and fiends. Fiends don't live as we do. So the rule of a fiend is that when you destroy a tethered entity like that, they reform on their native plane. But with undead, they reform from their phylactery. There are probably thesis papers to be written about how those two might overlap. But like, from what I understand, a lich takes part of their soul and divides it up and puts it into the box, but demons don't have souls.
Maybe she was a human at first, and then she became a demon later.
Well, I think I tested Iniday is right. I mean, everything I know about phylacteries mean that they have to be on the same plane of existence. But
Yeah,
that doesn't mean that there's some special magic,
This
here.
this
I don't
was enchanted. So the note I got was that it was enchanted by her mother. She was created by her mother, and so was the phylactery. And the phylactery was enchanted to bring her back to a safe place for resurrection.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, they're saying that even Ilmaro doesn't know where her own phylactery is. So she's getting resurrected without any sort of idea where her phylactery is at all. So, it seems like this is a real powerful phylactery. Actually, I'm more afraid of this lady's mother.
That's a pretty good safeguard.
No, we might be talking to her mother for all we know.
Yeah, and if this entity is approaching the power of a demigod, then things such as perhaps it's on this plane, but not on this world.
That could be it too.
Oh.
So if she isn't risking her life for this, can't we work it into the terms of the arrangement that we don't risk our life with the fight either?
Why would they have any? Why would they have any desire to agree to such a thing, though?
Isn't it just that this challenge can just happen, like as part of the arrangement that they've already made, so they don't have a choice on whether or not to agree to it?
Yeah, we do have to talk to Fang about what the exact rules are for this whole challenge. I think we need more information. Let's go talk to Fang.
We definitely need more information.
And we do have to bear in mind, demons are not as tightly bound by devils as rules. You best a devil in a battle of wits, say a fiddle, or say, the classic fiddle playing contest. They'll take the loss and go home. Demons, they'll take the loss and then proceed to just wreck everything around you because they're demons.
Yeah,
that's when you just chop them up.
Right. So let's see how the negotiation goes, see what's important to them. I mean, heck, if they want a way to unleash the Sturges on the material plane, there's quite a lot of power to be had in being able to selectively unleash those things.
I think the agreement with Fang locks those portals in this area. But we'll talk to them and see what's going on with all this.
Yeah, if we could find a way to, through, say, a particularly attuned focus, unleash those things through a spell casting, I could see that being a very powerful and potent spell among the realm.
Oh, yeah.
What happens if we just put all those portals in the ocean? All the Sturges just go into the water.
No. We have much better places to put them, like garden soil.
yeah, exactly.
So I see opportunity in this, not just a problem to be solved, but a problem to be utilized. Because as the old saying goes, and not to talk like a goblin, but if there's no money to be made in solving a problem, there's usually money to be made in making it worse.
You're starting to sound like me, Tatsu.
Yeah, y'all are rubbing off on me.
No reason to be nasty, Aimer.
Ugh.
That's something I would do. May not say it, but that's something I would 100% do.
Yeah, I don't know. All this negotiation is beyond Brennan, but Brennan will say, whatever we do, this group, Tetsu, has been different, and we've all entered it in different ways. And for me, it's become something of a family. And I think after learning more about Rickard and what people think about his family, we can do whatever we want in terms of negotiations. We can fight or not fight. I'm just here to support Rickard and what's best for his home, because I have problems at my home too that will have to be resolved in the future.
Indeed, and one other saying I would add is the easiest way to solve a problem is to make it someone else's problem.
Why aren't we best friends?
Because you think that because I'm a cleric that I'm going to be very self-righteous, but I'm a cleric of Anwa. Fickle goddess, fickle powers.
Yeah. I'm learning to not be a big fan of her. I didn't realize that Keltris was even related to her, or she adopted him or whatever else, but that kind of put a damper in me there.
Yeah, can you
Anwa is pretty much what happens if a mortal becomes a god. They're going to do what they're going to do because they can do it, and who are you to stop them?
So if we fight this thing, can you make my arrows holy?
I thought the whole purpose of your arrows was to put holes in things, not put holes in the arrows.
Brendan stops and thinks about it. You know
I've
what
had
I mean.
All right, Eric. I think we're heading to
South Cove? All right.
see Rig and Fang.
Cool. So we go to South Cove. As you guys come through the city, you pass the large construct guards.
Hold on, out of curiosity,
Yes,
is that statue of Masaba still outside as well?
it is.
All right, you'll notice every time you guys walk in, Amer looks at it and just kind of cringes a little bit, and then like makes a like the worst face he can towards the statue and walks on.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, you guys will dispense with the pleasantries of dealing with Kevin and his associate and make your way into Regan Fang's presence.
Yeah, we just get our reflective vests and clipboards and walk past all the guards.
Indeed. You are expected. As you guys arrive, he looks at you. Welcome once again. I can't say that I'm very comfortable with the situation, as this is not an audience that I am looking forward to.
Well, Lord Fang, we just wanted to clarify what exactly is going on and what the terms are for all your deals with this demonic lord.
I understand. I made the deal to be in power over South Cove, and in exchange for the power to hold the city and the manipulation of those necessary in order to achieve this goal, I would allow the portals to form around this city and in the mountains. You will not like the individual who is going to project his presence here. Steel yourselves.
This entity.
Oh,
Sorry, go ahead.
Testadini is going to glance over Amer and says, and by steal ourselves, he means STEEL, okay?
I haven't stolen anything since I came into the city. Okay. Listen. No one would catch me doing it.
Yeah, he's
But
Jonesing.
I have precedence. You know, I'm trying not to cause riots in the town and have to run out of here.
I'd rather say it 99 times when I don't have to than not say it the one time I should have.
I mean, that's fair. I'll give you that
Hey,
one.
That is, yeah, it's better to need something or have something and not need it than need it and not have it.
Well,
Like to keep the jail.
That's thing about the conditions of the fight with the champion.
So yeah, this fight with his champion, is this South Cove law that he is bound to? Is that he's bound to? Is just part of the deal he made with you, or is it part of the actual agreement he made with you?
Should Lady Ilmero be defeated, then the person that defeats her would take on the power of South Cove. Yeah, I'm not certain if the portals would then be closed.
Ah,
So, out of curiosity, defeat. That means basically not actually destroy her, just put her down.
Kill her once, what I understand. I do not believe that you are going to be able to end her. Kill her,
You are.
not end her.
That's about the same boat that I'm in here, based
Okay.
on. No, just want to be clear, because if it was to kill her permanently, well, that's not happening.
From my understanding,
With
that is impossible.
I'd say pretty close to.
If you defeat her, the person who defeats her has the power to rule South Cove. Does that mean that they're bound by the same
I am uncertain.
curse that you're under?
Without the agreement to the contract, I believe that it would be difficult for someone to enforce it. However, I am uncertain.
And you said that closing the portals is not part of the deal?
That is not part of my deal.
Oh,
Well,
so we have,
that's news.
well, yeah, that's unfortunate. So we would have to negotiate.
Or close them ourselves.
Well, we can't do that, unfortunately, with all those millions of Sturges. Like, I'm just telling you right now, we can't get close.
I've been thinking about that. I think there's a way. I
So
think there's a way to do it, but you could only do one at a time, and it would take a really long time to do it. If there's hundreds of them, I mean, it would
there's-
take you a long time to do it.
I believe there's thousands.
If you can
Of portals?
negotiate with this entity to remove the leadership of South Cove, perhaps you have the ability to taunt them or maneuver them in such a way that they no longer wish to send the Sturges to the area.
And so I just want to confirm, if we do defeat this champion, that would be considered a lawful transfer of power?
Indeed, I will willingly resign, as
Mm.
I would then be directly threatened by the people who defeat Lady Omero. And part of the contract is that I am to be immune to threats. She is my guardian and jailer.
Ah, so if we defeat her, what we're doing is essentially making the entity not keep up his part of the bargain.
Exactly.
Unfit for the job.
Yeah. So we would be making him break his word.
Precisely.
And this entity is does his word matter to him?
He has been truthful to what he has stated in the past.
Well, this certainly complicates matters.
Well, I mean, if it was simple, it wouldn't be involving demons.
This is completely, well, it's not completely unrelated. Lord Fang, where does South Cove get its food? Do they eat the Sturges?
Some. Others bring food in from overseas. Bourbon sends ships with a variety of livestock. We also have ships that arrive from the land of Shu. The trader Jerome is quite efficient at bringing food and supplies into the city. He has made quite a large wealth doing so.
I just wanted to make sure that if all these portals were to slam shut, the city wouldn't face a mass starvation crisis.
No, I believe that Jerome has produced enough of a black market in the area to allow for imports and exports to flow freely.
That's good to know.
why does it need to be a black market for imports and exports?
Because he does not pay taxes.
Legal, is that a legal exemption or an illegal exemption?
It is an oversight. Because his
Oh, dear.
establishment was in place prior to the rule of law for trade between Bourbon and Shu, he is grandfathered past the taxes. As long as he remains in business with no interruptions in trade, receiving a ship every day, there is nothing that we can do. We cannot shut down the dock.
He's never missed a single day in the entirety of the time you've been on this throne?
He has not missed a single day as far as his organization goes. For as
Wow,
long
that's-
as he has been around. You understand, Jerome is the fourth in a line in charge of his organization. The centaurs are devious creatures.
Impressive. Well, I'm sure if that's the person who's bringing food into the city, the food will get here. It's just a matter of people being able to pay for it.
Precisely, which is why he is wealthy.
Yeah, and we do have to remember that there are certain entities roaming the street to whom people are food.
Indeed.
No. Yeah, Baylor's. So
Well, lots of things. You're thinking
Uh,
Vaughn, mostly.
no, I'm just okay. So, so Lord Fang, are there any consequences other than say we defeat this champion? You are then threatened by us, threatening your rule. You would have to step down. That forces the entity to renege on his deal. I mean, what would the consequences of that action be other than you stepping down? Von Kars or Rickard here is probably be the one who would step up to take the throne. What would the consequences be of that falling out? That you were aware of? You're not sure if the portals will close.
The consequences, as part of the deal that I would step down, as we stated before, I would be placed in a manor and my needs would be provided for me. Did you forget that aspect of our negotiation?
Did we make that? I don't remember that. Did I have?
I remember. No, I remember. No,
Am
I
I in a
remember that.
Am I in a fugue state? I don't remember that. Like out of character, I don't remember that.
He actively said that if you guys defeat the champion, he will not oppose you as long as he is set up with all of his needs, etc.
Oh, okay.
To retire.
Would you be willing to act as a semi-retired, like advisory position?
Gladly.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But I look over at Rickard. I don't think there's any problem with that, right? Like that's fine. He knows what he's doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's like. But what I'm concerned with is how the demon will react. Will he decide to retaliate? Will he open up the Sturge portals? I don't know, inside people's houses. Like, what? Once this deal is broken, what is stopping him from wiping the city off the map in a fit of pique?
The thing that keeps the Demon Lord from summoning portals within the city is both the deal with me and his fear of the gods of South Cove. There is a strong presence here in town of the goddess Mosaba. He does not wish to get upon her bad side.
Oh, that's
It's
not
not-
better.
It's not that bad.
In addition, the Lord Sapuru also has a temple here.
Oh, Supuru has a temple here.
Indeed.
Oh, he's not bad. He's pretty cool. I like him.
Hence the challenge.
Okay.
I guess that does explain the Mosaba head statue outside your gate.
That was there before the city was founded.
It's still just as ugly, I'm sure.
From what I understand, our friend here, Lord Von Karth, has his signature upon the statue.
Do I?
I must have been drunk.
Perhaps so.
People, 2,000 years later, people are like, "This is Rickard von Karth's signature. He signed this statue with his blade in hand."
It's literally someone went over and just typed in, scratched in VC.
I was
You're
drunk.
being blamed for heroic acts that you didn't do, which makes a lot of sense with this entire city and your family, etc.
Okay, so
Imagine a folk hero and some teenagers go out and they're like, "This is in the Von Karth name, dude." That sort of thing.
well, I suppose we can find out from the Demon Lord's mouth if these portals will close if we defeat his champion, and if not, I guess we could negotiate with him. Just
Shall I call Lady Ilmero?
I turn to the others. Is there anything else any of you want to find out? Because now is the time to ask.
I'm good.
Well, in the absence of a way to eliminate the surge problem immediately, we're just gonna have to negotiate the best deal we can.
Jeez. The thing is, so our only bargaining chip is, yeah, we think we can kick your champion's ass, and that's not much of a bargaining chip because at best it's 50-50. I mean, I don't think it's 50-50. I think we have a pretty good shot, but
I'm confident.
I'm confident, but I'm undoubtedly so is he.
Can you-
Who has a really good intimidation roll? Hold on, let me go to our start stats. Jeez, I don't think any of us have a good intimidation roll.
You want me to show you my war face?
If I'm in combat, I have a +11 to intimidation. Out of combat, I have +7.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think
What?
we're very. Oh no,
Echo's
Amber has
gotta
a
go.
plus. Amber's got a +10.
Yeah.
Echo had the +11
Echo's
technically.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think that's fine for normal people. For
But it rolls like crap though. So
but for a demon lord of the abyss, I don't think he's going to be that impressed by a +11.
I'm
no.
a hippie tortoise. I don't think anyone's intimidated by me.
Yeah, yeah, we're not a very intimidating looking group.
we
I can
should
say that.
be, but we're not, right?
Okay, let's be real. If you look at Aimer, like this is the reason why I took expertise in persuasion over intimidation. Look at Aimer. Look
Yeah,
at that face. That is
you're-
not a face like, ooh, I'm scared of you. That's
Yeah,
a face of like, hey baby, you want to come back to my place tonight? You
Yeah,
know,
we-
like choose your.
Yeah, he's a dandy. We have a dandy elf, a scruffy elf, a half elf who looks like he lives in the forest. We have a full elf, in a dress, like a really nice dress that doesn't look like it's seen much action. We have a 2.5-foot gold kobold, and a turtle, like a walking tortoise, flashing the peace sign everywhere. And Rickard von Karth, who maybe we can back on his name. Like, yeah, if we try to do the intimidation roll, we're gonna have to play up our deeds less than our looks, I think.
I was gonna say maybe we could all do the haka, but that's probably more of a performance track.
Yeah.
I mean, my performance is as high as my intimidation, so.
You are not the all
That
black.
too, actually.
Sorry.
What did they say about Musaba in Amer's walkie-talkie, if that matters?
Sure.
That her presence is powerful here. Which I mean does make sense considering we saw an angel in Osaba.
Ricker, did we ever find out what was going on with your mother in that when we had that vision? We saw her doing something related to Musaba.
I think that was just me overreacting. I think she was just going to, feed on some dreams. As
Well,
we do.
Okay.
I mean, Musaba is, over the walkie-talkie, she will say, Musaba is the god of vampires, and I mean, your family are vampires.
This
I'm
is
just
true.
wondering, if it's just that particular god's highly revered and means something, I wonder if that could supplant our lack of intimidation somehow.
We, as the children of Masaba, are the rightful rulers of the city.
Rose winces at that.
I love that so much.
Yeah, that's pretty.
I'm gonna have to
Thinking about Lost Boys.
We're gonna talk about this. If you haven't noticed, Mosaba and I don't quite see eye to eye anymore.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're very clear about delineating it's the Von Karths, as children of Masaba, that should be fine, because that is, but yeah, Masaba and us, we've stuck our finger in her eye at least 2 times. Yeah.
She kind of specifically hates me. Like when we watched
The
that
estranged side of her family.
yeah, that angel saw me and recognized me immediately. I don't think that was the same angel I ran into before. Might have been.
I don't think so. They look different. All right. Well, is there anything else we need to discuss with Lord Fang before we talk to this entity?
Yeah, let's talk to management.
I'm gonna drink
to the
it.
manager.
I'm gonna drink another. surreptitiously drink another potion of advantage.
Okay.
Just it lasts an hour.
I'm
Just
going to see the manager of this establishment
Okay.
immediately.
No.
Rose, look at that. I'm gonna cast protection from good and evil on myself.
Okay.
that's probably a good idea.
My concern is like I've got this amazing speech all written up and such, but my character is not super persuasive. So
Would bless help in this situation?
For a minute.
I mean,
for a minute.
You get 60
I mean, if we have someone very persuasive, I could just hand them my speech.
can you imagine Aimer trying to say your speech is the problem?
Yeah. Be like
Oh,
reading it off of a
we do have
teleprompter or something.
telepathy. We have telepathy going. Can I Cyrano de Bergerac you?
All right. Well,
we allowed Testudine today to have a nose for about an hour.
yeah, the giant nose. I mean, yeah, he has a beak. That's kind of like I don't know. All right, let's
All right. So Lady
Suffer the
Silmero
psychic
will
damage,
come out
yeah.
first. And as she comes out, she strides over and will sit on his lap.
Oh yeah,
So,
she's not huge, right? She's just like 6 feet tall. Like
she's tall. She's about 7 feet tall.
okay.
It's not like their main characters in World of Warcraft.
No. So, I spoke with my lord, and he's willing to project his presence here as he doesn't wish to upset the balance in the city. Will that be acceptable?
Oh, but of course, even the shadow of greatness casts long.
Very well. And she concentrates, her eyes roll up into the top of her head, and an image shimmers into being. It fills the right-hand side of the chamber as a rippled and horrific form rises there. You are the ones who wish to challenge for the throne of South Cove. You wish to defeat my pet. And I need all of you to roll wisdom saving throws or be frightened of this entity.
That's why I cast protection from good and evil.
It is a DC 24 wisdom saving throw.
I have advantage.
Echo's immune.
Echo's immune.
That's the thing is
Divinity
Aimer's immune
says
right now.
no.
My rolls don't work.
Nope, gonna have to make
Nope.
me do it.
Nice roll.
I am going to spend a whatchamacallit, a key point.
Okay.
There we
I don't know
go.
if I can do this.
Brennan's the only one afraid. Actually, I don't know
So-
what Richter rolled.
Rickard cannot succeed at this, so he's just gonna fall backwards on his ass and be like, "Oh shit, what the fuck?" And then he's just gonna like stand up and kind of like wipe himself off and like
He has-
just like stand directly
This
behind
is the
Rose.
one who would take over South Cove.
He has a deep-seated fear of baboons. It's not his fault.
It's got a baboon face, but the body is enormous and hairy and just is got thorns on it. I will show you guys the full picture here because it's fun. There you guys go. As its mane is made up of green flames. Because this is only a projection of it, you do not feel the intense heat that would radiate off this entity.
Cool art though.
It is cool art. I have no idea who that is.
Cool.
If you guys want, afterwards I can tell you. What?
Well,
So, who dare speak for these people?
well, the cleric of Anwa steps forward and holding his ground against such a potent enemy, an entity, his eyes sharp and calm. It is a momentous occasion that we have the opportunity to meet someone of such esteem and power. We're here to see about this contract with Fang and find something of greater value than this established paradigm.
words.
Ah, yes, you like fights, don't you? Not just words. And this whole situation, isn't it stagnant? You know, the occasional peasant gets eaten by a sturge, but they're no more than an environmental hazard. There's opportunities in this situation. These creatures, the portals, this city. Perhaps we can renegotiate something far more entertaining.
The trash heap, so that I can fight the blood war? Like I care about South Cove. I don't care about the damn city. It's a waste pile. It's a scum to be wiped away. Let these people rule it. I don't care, as long as I can get rid of the damn pests that are thrown upon my lands.
Rose will over the walkie-talkie just say, so he really does just want to get rid of the sturges. You know, we have a giant black hole we can give him. We can use that. It's a perfect way of getting rid of lots of sturges.
Yeah.
Well, let's consider this then. You want to get rid of the sturges, but you also have sent Lady Elmaro here, someone of significant value to you, someone just wasting away here watching over this mortal sit on a throne. Well, let's start from scratch. What if every year South Cove presents a champion in a competition to see who was the greatest, and then a month later the Abyss presents their champion, competing sun and moon style among the demon lords. Are you familiar with that selection system?
Yes, I hate it. Why not just open up an abyssal cavern and have them swallowed? We could have gore. We could tear the city asunder. If I cared about such a waste of time, it's not even worth those spells. The administration? Foolishness.
Then... Destiny ponders for a moment as his time slows down as he's thinking really hard.
Yeah, Rose will take a step forward and just say, so all you want is a way to get rid of the sturges?
Get rid of the sturges and gain power. Whatever I can do to gain power.
Hey,
Whoa.
Echo says
Now we have something.
Echo says over the walkie-talkie, if you're going to offer a city-size sphere of annihilation to this guy, he's going to have to take it to his own plane.
Absolutely. I would not let him keep it. If he uses it to annihilate he can use it to annihilate as many demons as he wants. All of his enemies, he can throw them in there. I'm sure he'll have fun with it, but I mean, would it be
He can never come back to the prime-material plane,
Yeah.
right?
Well, it would have to. Maybe we could say it has to stay on his plane of existence.
Yeah.
That way, he can't use it against any angels either, unless they invade his home.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's a good
See if
plan.
he's interested in it.
All right.
I don't know if he is, but see if he is.
How about this? Testament says, if you desire power, consider that your trash could be treasure to others who would seek to unleash them upon their enemies and make sacrifices and offerings to you.
I don't care about that. Just get rid of them. All of them. Forever.
Lord, what may I call you?
Call me Master.
I already have a master. What else would you like me to call you? Because I don't want to call you Ape.
Yeah. You waste my time. You have few minutes.
All right.
You can call me Rolmonad.
Rolmonad, how interested would you be in a sphere of annihilation half a mile wide?
Now you speak my language. And the face looms closer, and as it looms closer, it expands outwards to fill the area. You're only facing against its nostrils now.
Dormammu, I've
Card
come to
takes
bargain.
many steps back.
Dormammu, I've come to bargain.
Can we like feel the heat of its nostrils, even though it's a projection?
No, unfortunately not. because I didn't want to
Ricard
do
feels
that
like
to
it
you
can.
guys. Because that
Monkey
is a
breath?
Constitution saving throw of a DC 25.
Ugh.
I mean, Ricard's probably feeling the warmth spreading in his pants right now.
Indeed.
Did you wear your brown
Ugh.
pants today, Ricard?
The
Don't worry.
light mail is a squeaking.
Yeah, it's self-cleaning, so it's fine.
As long as Tetsunin is around.
Yeah, just surreptitiously pat him on the shoulder. Yeah.
That stone of cleansing's awesome.
Yeah.
He sounds like occasionally it's like they take off the stone of cleansing, uncap it, and like dump all the crap out of it like it's a vacuum cleaner.
So roll Monad. We have in possession what I just said, a sphere of annihilation half a mile wide. It's currently drinking the oceans, and it's probably going to be a problem for us. We may be willing to let you have it to dispose of any sturges or any other demons you don't like, but there would have to be some conditions.
Give it to me. Give it
One.
to me.
One, if you take possession of this sphere, you cede all claims, all deals in this area with Fang and South Cove, and the abyssal portals to wherever the sturges come from have to close.
I will take the portals. I will close them. I will take the orb. My
And
claims to South Cove do not end. That I am bound by another bargain.
We
You
would
will
still
have to
defeat the
defeat
champion.
Ilmero for me to stop that.
But we still have to fight her, but okay. But we do get the portals closed, okay. And two, if we do give you this orb, you must swear not to that it may only exist on whatever plane of existence the blood sturge is on. You may not teleport it to any other place or use it as a weapon against any other plane other than the one it is to be used on with the blood sturges.
Fine. Fine. But I must have a way to control it.
And Testanity's going to bounce over the telepathy. I guess we're going to have to pool some resources and go buy back from the pawn shop the amulet.
Well, didn't we turn the amulet into the staff?
No, we sold
No.
We
No.
sold the amulet.
Different things.
Okay.
I mean, so the thing about it is you can control it with the amulet. Just lets you control multiple.
Yeah, it's just sheer force of will that allows you to control the sphere of annihilation.
Yeah, well, I mean,
there
if
are
it's
a lot of strong wills in the demons. He wants to control it means having control, not just the ability to control it.
well, I mean,
momentarily.
on his own plane, wouldn't he? He's essentially top dog. No one could
No,
contest his will.
no.
They fight a lot.
So you gotta remember. So the sphere of annihilation is based off intelligence, not sheer force of will or strength.
Right. It's not
And
wisdom,
so-
it's not charisma, it's an intelligence check.
Yeah, and so even the amulet that we gave to Judith, that doesn't give anything special. Allows you to control be a little further away as you control it, and control multiple, I believe. But it does not. You can still. I could have stolen any of the spheres. I did from Doldrin while he was using them. So that is not a
He's asking. Like Echo, could you create something that locks a sphere in place?
Or
Like, is that
lock-
possible? I know you're an enchanter. Is that something you can do? I look at Romaldo.
Yeah,
Such a thing may be possible. Please
is
wait a
he
moment.
concerned- Yeah, is he concerned that another entity could take control over, basically?
I mean, I imagine if he gets thrown into a sphere of annihilation, he's toast too. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't.
But we can kick that. We can kick that can down the road. So long as the sphere leaves, the Sturgis leaves, and he leaves, that's an overwhelming victory.
Yes, we have to get a way to control it that he wants.
Yeah, he wants a
Yeah.
way of controlling it. I mean,
You guys
that's
just
the deal.
say, hey, this is your orb of annihilation. Doesn't get it to the abyss.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to gate it through.
Yeah, you guys are gonna have to figure out some way to
You can't
deliver
create, but we can't.
what you grant him,
We can't-
or
We
allow
can't
him to
create a
take it.
gate that large.
Yeah, how
Well-
big is a gate? Could a gate be opened up to that big? How do we get it to his? I was just assuming he would be able to do some demon lord magic to get it over to his plane.
Yeah, the gate's up to 20 feet in diameter.
Yeah, that's not big enough.
Yeah, now the question is, like, where are we getting this half-mile sized sphere of annihilation? Because I don't remember. I just knew that the orbs are colliding.
Yeah, we did, because I think we combined all the orbs together in order to destroy
They
the
doubled
island.
in
And when we
size
did the
each time
math,
one of
it
them
ended up
got
being
stacked.
Yeah, each one of them
Yeah, it
doubled, so it was exponential.
yeah.
So
Now,
I think
could
someone
we
did the
use that
math, and it was
necklace and
it was
split them back
approximately
up
half.
again?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Could we get that necklace and use that to split them back up again?
No, necklace didn't do that.
Well, normally the spheres of annihilation don't combine either.
Hmm.
I'm not saying we can't possibly create something that could do that.
Yeah,
Or
for the
some way to
record, I
transport.
went back and just checked. The sphere of annihilation is 625 feet in diameter.
Okay, so it's not half a mile wide.
It's not half, yeah.
Okay.
600.
625.
Still quite big.
Still big.
So we
Still
take our
fun.
smartest person, we get that necklace, and see if we can pull this thing back apart again. That which is joined can be separated.
I don't know if the necklace is gonna do it, but something else could.
Excuse us, Lord. We're discussing ways of possibly transporting this thing to your plane. It's
I know. I can read your minds.
That's good.
Nice.
He's got
Oh,
detect
no.
thoughts up. If he didn't have detect thoughts up, you guys would be disappointed.
That's why I said it. I was like,
Yeah, that's true.
Something this strong is probably gonna be able to understand exactly what we're looking at. So
what? So
Stu, what about just asking your god to transport it?
That is an option. I'd have to get there, and like I said, she's fickle. But we can try that. So we could try that, and if that doesn't work, we could go get the necklace and try that. And if that doesn't work, well,
we can
we'll
brainstorm some more.
We
Yeah.
can brainstorm some more. Yeah. It seems that Great One Rodolfo that we have something that will benefit all of us. You gain power, we gain peace.
We get rid of that stupid sphere of annihilation forever.
And
Yeah.
Lady Elmaro returns to your side.
After
I
we
don't
kick her
want
ass.
her at my side. Why do you think I left her here?
I'm an asshole. Sorry.
You still must defeat her to take over the South Cove.
Of course.
All right. Well,
And
I
someone
believe
who's
on
gonna fade
over the telepathy,
as he's
the
done
whole
with this stupid conversation. For now.
he's stupid.
Ricard stops having a panic attack and he kind of like walks forward a little bit and he like looks at Lady Elmero. He's like, "Jeez, bosses, am I right?"
She will simply nod once.
Well, it seems that
So
if we can resolve the surge pit situation, changing the leadership of South Cove can take a back burner.
still the same.
Echo, what were you saying?
Yeah. Outside of divine intervention, I mean, I don't know of anything anywhere in any of the manuals or books or spells or where you can transport a 600-foot object.
I do.
I mean,
That's gonna be wish spell territory.
Yeah. There's nothing.
Yeah, I'm not asking you to use it, but it feels like wish spell territory.
Usually I have some crazy ideas, but I got nothing.
Ricard's on the right track.
So
there's like plane shift, but that's 8 creatures. But if a creature is holding an object, would it go with the creature?
Ricard's on the right track. You guys could wish this, but it does trigger that opportunity to never be able to cast wish again.
Yeah, which I wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. Well, that does give us. Okay, that gives us a route, though. Okay, so that gives us a way to do it.
have to figure out wish shenanigans. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Well,
I tell you what we need. We need a scroll of simulacrum. We've been trying to find one. We need a scroll of simulacrum. With one of those, we can dependably make a wish without risking the hazards of a wish.
Okay, so this is an out of character thing. I just want to see is that a like? Because I know some DMs are like, no, like if you have a simulacrum and it burns on the simulacrum, it still burns on you. Like they get really. Is that a thing that can happen in Toivo where a simulacrum takes the burden of the miscast wish?
Oh, that's
So Echo has his wish available first thing in the morning.
right.
We cast Simulacrum on Echo. His Simulacrum has a wish. Then Echo tells his Simulacrum, "Okay, I want you to wish for this," and then even if he burns his chance of ever casting wish again, he was never going to be able to cast another wish anyway.
Because it's a simulacrum.
That's the trick.
Yeah, that sounds exploitive. If you guys,
It is. That's why I wanted to add it.
That's coffee log
Yeah.
level exploitive.
Rules is written that
Yeah.
should work, but yeah, it is exploitive.
It is exceedingly exploitive. So I will, if you guys are cool with it, what I would like to do in that case, because this is rules is written. You guys are right. This is a major hole in the wish spell and the correct way to get past this mechanically.
I also just want to say you can just consider this if you want. You don't have to feel like put on the spot to make a ruling right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What I would like to propose to you guys is we actually do a die roll on this, where we have the opportunity for it to affect Echo instead.
Yeah.
And I think that's about the only way I can make it any fair.
So it has a chance of
Yeah, just as
the simulacrum absorbing the miscast or it transferring to Echo.
I think that's about the only way that we can potentially make it fair. Because
Yep.
otherwise, you guys just are like, we want to wish for whatever, and you just have the simulacrum always do it.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing,
exactly.
Yeah.
For sure.
And
Well, I
don't
mean,
think I hadn't been thinking that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, and alternatively, we could always just go on a quest to find something that could send this thing to the hells. I mean,
Sure.
Well, the best we can do, I think I think Eric once said that I could use inspiration to re-roll if I
Yes.
need to re-roll on
I
the
am
wish.
fine with that.
So that does give you, instead of a 1 and 3, it gives you a 2 and 6.
Right.
So
or is it one? Is it 1/3? I don't know. Where's the math, people? What is it? 1/3 times 1/3?
1 and 9, yeah.
I don't know math. So
Now, we do know that we could send a 30-foot sphere through. And so if we could find a way to just shatter this thing
Yeah.
apart again.
Right.
yeah.
Well, yeah, we can go to Judith, ask to see if she still has it. Like, just hey, can we borrow it real fast? We'll bring it back. Then see if we can split it up. And then if we can't, we'll have Tetsu try to do divine intervention. And if that doesn't work, we can try Echo with the wish thing. Like, I think that's a good order of operations for all of our plans.
How about this? I could do a commune and just straight up ask some higher powers, like, hey, would this work? Because they'd know. They know the rules of reality itself.
Yeah, divination is for gathering info. It doesn't hurt to ask.
Yeah, this is a tier above divination. This is
So-
communion.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's go back to Von Karth's estate. You can do your divine intervention. See if there's a way to split up this sphere of annihilation into manageable parts, I guess.
And then
And then if that
Well,
if
the
that's
divine
possible, we'll do
intervention
that.
would just be like, hey, I'll just teleport this whole thing straight there. That's the one and done.
well, no. Well, the thing is, we haven't made the deal with him yet, so he hasn't agreed to anything. So, no, don't do that, because then he'd just be like, "Thanks for the free gift, losers," and then he wouldn't.
Yeah.
So
we need to.
so
we
we
need to
can
make
write
sure
a
it's doable.
we'll write a contingent contract upon the delivery of the sphere of annihilation.
yeah, so we
Yeah.
shouldn't do the divine intervention yet, because your god might be like, "Okay, let's do it," bam, and then we're like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, and my god would totally do that.
Yeah, so let's wait till we get his agreement before we actually sending over. But we can start testing the waters to see if we can send this orb over.
And also,
Um,
since I don't think any of us are particularly fluent in demon contracts, we should probably get the Von Karths to consult with the family lawyer for writing up said contract.
We can absolutely. We know just the guy. Don't worry about that. He's awesome.
That's the wrong word for him. Just saying.
I love Bernstein.
Of course you, of all people, would love Bernstein.
He's great. He's like an expert on ship and bird law. Like,
Yeah, Bernstein.
I love the guy.
Of course you would. Of
yeah.
all the people, there's 3 people in my campaigns who would like Bernstein. 3.
Guess
what they do for a living.
All right. Yeah. So Echo. Yeah. I mean, sorry. So yeah, Testu. So yeah, we know a lawyer who's helped us out before, and he's very good at his job, so he can definitely help with that. Yeah, I just turned to Lady Ilmaro and I just say, well, Lady Ilmaro, thank you for meeting with us. Thank you for contacting your boss, as unpleasant as it was for everyone here. We have work to do. I'm gonna insight roll that. Does she mean that? I don't think. I think it was. Yeah.
You don't have to roll insight.
Yeah, she's lying. Okay.
She's lying. Yeah.
You know, if you ever want to be free of him, we might be able to help with that.
There are other factors at play.
Yeah. Well, I guess we
Unless
all
you
have to make.
choose to defeat him and allow me to claim his domain, I don't think you can really help me.
Yeah.
I don't.
not interested.
Yeah, I don't think. I don't. One, we're not interested. 2, I don't think we're that strong yet. Hey, but maybe we'll put that one in the maybe in the future category.
Very well. Have a
Yeah,
nice day, boys. And she's going to walk out, leaving you with Regan Fang.
Well, looks like there's hope for all of us yet, Lord Fang.
Perhaps.
Ridiculous as that sounds.
I'm not sure how much hope granting a demon lord a sphere of annihilation is, but perhaps you are up to things that I'm unaware of.
I'm definitely up to things.
We've got a pretty creative bunch here.
I'm sure. After all, coming with the idea of talking to a demon lord in the first place is creative.
I'd say it's stupid, but we'll go with creative.
We agree on this point then.
All right. Well, we have work to do, so
I've got a wild thing just to toss on the table. But with Gates and Planar allies, there are certain entities that have domain over ensuring order and contracts and such. Have you ever heard of a Marut? I heard that giggle from Eric.
Eric knows exactly where you're going with this.
Yeah, they are immutable, so they could not be affected by a Syrian nation, and they have the ability to plane shift. If we could convince one that this thing is against order and it will be better off in a place of chaos, like, say, the third layer of the abyss.
I will go ahead and also allow you a automatic success on your insight. Should a Marut ever come into the general vicinity of Aimer, you guys are fighting.
just as a matter of principle.
Just a matter of
Aimer is the epitome of chaos. I mean, perspective. His end game is to become the Archfey of Chaos. So, that is kind of.
We'll stick him in the bag of holding for the conversation.
I think we'll teleport him to the other side of the planet.
Do you want to leave Aimer by himself on the other side of the planet?
I'm sure we can find a deserted island where all you're going to come back with is all the coconut brewage you stole from the locals.
Oh God, Crab Island, no. Fuck that place.
Aimer's going to end up at Crab Island and become a drug lord.
Yep.
All right, let's get back to the Von Cars. Let's get
Let's get back to the
Echo's
Von Cars.
let's get out of here before we end up with coconut bras.
Yeah.
Anyone want to commission art of them wearing coconut bras? I support this. All right, you're able to leave South Cove and return to the Von Karth estate for lunch, which is pastrami sandwiches. It's sauerkraut.
So just at the end of the day, why don't you see what's
Do-
doable.
Do your hand wavy, learn stuff spells.
Okay, so Testidide is going to do a commune.
All right, let me get commune here. Gotcha. All right, so you have 3 questions to ask, and just to be clear, who are you asking them of?
I think he's going to be asking them of a representative of his goddess. He's not doing an all hands broadcast like he did with that altar.
Very well.
Because this is not something deeply blasphemous. This is just something deeply inconvenient.
Understood. I'm just wanting to confirm where we're going with it, just so that I can appropriately address the questions. All right. So as you commune with your god, because you never know, you feel the presence of the ever-changing Anwa. How can I help you, friend Testudinidae?
Oh, goddess, we seek to remove some inconveniences of this world. What ways could we divide a massive sphere of annihilation down to regular-sized ones?
Let's go ahead and read commune. They need to be answered with a yes or no.
Is it?
Oh, hang on. Okay, sorry, I misread.
All good.
Okay.
I appreciate the attempt, because that was going to be really cool, but not with this one.
Yeah, commune and divination are worded a bit differently.
They
Legacy content has that weirdness.
All good.
Okay. Ask, would a necklace of the sphere be able to divide a massive sphere of annihilation back into its component spheres? And does a list of all this contain itself?
Wow. Let me make sure I get this right. I'm going to offer the short phrase as an answer instead, because I can do that.
Mhm.
Potentially.
You can do whatever you want. You're the GM.
No, I 100%. As a good GM, I'm playing by rules as well. So, potentially, should you have the mental fortitude to do so. So it's not guaranteed out of character and out of the story above the table or behind the table, whatever. Potentially,
We don't look
but you
behind the
need to
table.
roll
It's
the
just a pile of
intelligence
snack
check.
wrappers.
Right. You need to roll an intelligence check in order to use the talisman of the sphere to tear it apart. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. 2. Are there allies we could call upon with the ability to move the sphere between planes?
Ooh. Are there allies that you could call upon? The correct answer to this is yes.
Okay, because I know the campaign from Shalosh forward, but I'm figuring there might be
Right.
someone from
I'm-
before that.
Correct. And I am not limiting it to your allies. I'm associating it to the allies of the party.
Mm-hmm.
However, I'm not telling you who.
Oh, if you did that, what would be the fun in that?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's just boring if you do a divination and just straight up get the answer.
Right.
Any thoughts for a third question of the party?
No.
You fell for it.
No, I'll let you guys take your third question.
Yeah. I'll ask you I'll ask 4 questions of the dead and leave you there.
Yeah.
Have you seen the Tuesday group? Like, they choose not to use Speak with Living in favor of Speak with Dead.
Yeah. Necro, Dami, Mommy, Brahmi.
Yep.
I mean, this is, I mean, because this is all happening in Testu's head, so.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, but we have the network up.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah.
What was the first question?
The question was, would we be able to use the necklace to divide the sphere up into its component spheres? And the answer is yes. Yeah, potentially. And are there allies that we could call upon that could move the sphere? And the answer was yes. So there's someone in the party's past that could do it.
Who's on good terms? The term allies, not acquaintances.
Right. That's why I said allies.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me look at something.
Yeah.
Did
You know, I love it whenever Doug says I'm going to look at something because I know he's looking through his notes.
oh,
Yeah.
did the demon need to control it? Is that something we could ask?
Well,
I
mean,
don't think we need to control it because once they're individual spheres, it's not that hard to control them, and we could.
yeah, we could just move them
pop
through the
a
gate.
I was thinking.
yeah.
I was thinking Cecilia could do it.
Yeah, that's what I was
Her
thinking.
intelligence is way low, though. I mean,
Yeah, she was pretty
maybe
dumb.
yeah. Her intelligence is lower than
Well,
mine.
who's the smartest?
And
person
then
you know?
then she joined with Kato, so like that didn't help anything either. So like,
I was thinking maybe
Told her
Cecilia.
don't
The only other answers I could come up with would be Judith or Amarazi. I mean, I don't know who else.
Hey,
Judith,
wasn't there
Amarazi,
that guy
Mr.
who was-
Worm.
Wasn't there that guy that when we went to the marketplace outside of like that big shop, the guy who's like a floating mask?
No,
that the
he's
party
just a plain old demi-lich. He's not strong enough to make a gate that big.
He doesn't need to be strong enough. He has to be smart enough.
Nick, I bet Nick Nack could do it, but I don't know if I want to trust him to try.
Yeah,
Nick
Eric
Nack could
Steckle.
probably do
Well, I
it.
mean, in terms of
Yeah, have
moving
me
it,
contact Chase and have him come play as Nick Nack for that. I will absolutely reach out to Chase.
like in
yeah.
terms of moving it, like it's not that hard, especially when there's no one contesting it. We can just do it.
Right.
It's being able to transfer that mass through the planes if we can't split it up into the smaller orbs. That's the big problem we're having.
But
So,
we
like,
know that
someone-
we can do that now with effort.
Yeah, we know.
Yes.
We can,
Yeah, well, and if we can do that, I mean, it's as simple as splitting them up, and then Testu makes a gate with the Demon Lord's permission. Once we settle all this with a contract, we send them through.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then he can recombine them at his will, and then the contract will probably have some provisions that he can't move it or use it against the any celestial or prime material beings or things like that that we can
I
work
don't
on
really
later.
I don't really care who uses it on as long as it's not material plane.
yeah, as long as it's not here, that's fine. Because the Blood War is going to be the Blood War. The Holy War is going to be the Holy War.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we could use this third question on anything, I think.
I mean, I can't think of anything right. I mean, I have a couple questions, but I mean that's stuff she's not gonna talk over the walkie-talkie with.
How about
You could ask about other
Can-
solutions to closing the portals to the Sturges too. It doesn't have to be about the orb or the sphere.
Like, with a yes or no answer? Like,
Yeah. Is
Oh,
there
they're not
another
here.
out there?
Well, how about this one? I think that might put the party at ease. Can the Von Karths be trusted with the rule of South Cove?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's an interesting one.
that is DM code for goddamn you.
No, that's me having to
Can
quickly
they, Eric?
roleplay. That's me having to quickly roleplay between two characters real quick. Interesting. Is that your question?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay.
Anything that make that I can start seeing steam shooting out of your ears when you're processing.
No, I love that. I think that's a really good question. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
and
What
something
would
very much
Anwal's-
in
yeah.
your character.
It's almost like I have a bachelor's in journalism and I'm good at asking questions.
yeah, what would Anwa say to that? Like, because this is just Anwa's opinion.
Yeah, because that's Anwa is pretty fickle.
Yeah.
Yeah, like as long as South Cove's like probably still there, would probably be a yes.
I mean, but Mosaba, like, maybe she hates Mosaba. Well, I guess vampires like the moon. I don't know.
So the response would be, it would be fun to watch.
Oh, okay, that's a yes. For Tessa, that's a yes.
Okay. Fortunately, you're the only one who heard this.
Okay. Well, Tessa today will radiate this out over the network with the appropriate editing.
Because, and this is just going to be flat out honest from Eric's perspective, I'm unsure because there's a lot of stuff that can affect which way that goes. So I think Anwa's perspective of this would be fun to watch is valid because of their temperament.
Oh yeah, and if it's going to entertain Anwa, Tessa's going to do that because as long as Anwa is entertained, the world keeps turning.
Yeah, jeez, Eric, can't you be omniscient for our games? Jeez, you can't even tell the future.
It literally says in the second paragraph, divine beings aren't necessarily omniscient.
I'm just teasing you.
No, I 100%. You know I love the teasing. Bring it.
Yeah, well, can you imagine how boring it would be to be omniscient?
Oh yes.
Yeah, very. Yeah, you know everything's gonna happen. That's
like you never get to like just enjoy stuff unfolding.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Dr. Manhattan problem, right?
Okay, so
Yeah.
All right. Well, the good news is, yes. Well, has Testu told us the answers that he received?
Yes,
Yeah,
he did.
All right. Well,
Then that turned out really well.
yeah, if we can break up the orb, then we can just open a gate and send the pieces through.
I mean, is this the first time the party's going to actually have to go back and clean up one of its messes?
A couple more messes.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Usually we let lower level parties deal with that.
This is proof. The Haven Sit knew what it was doing. This is where Tetsu needs to be.
Yeah, like in the Spirits End Fellowship, man, we've been providing lower level parties quest hooks for years.
Next week, 2 years.
Oh man, really? Wow.
Next week, will be
let's,
episode 104.
Okay.
This might be a good spot for a 5-minute break so we can catch our breath from that much laughing.
Okay, well then we should go talk to Judith to get that amulet back. Hopefully she hasn't sold it yet.
Well, we gotta find out. So the amulet can do it, but how does it do it? Because I identified the amulet. It did not innately have any magic like that.
Well, I mean, if you move it, you just grab 2 ends of it and you move them in different directions.
That's the first place to start.
We can go examine the amulet and find out about it. It's gonna be
I mean,
expensive thing to repurchase.
I mean, what happens if you try and pull apart a Sphere of Annihilation? Is it like Silly Putty? Is it like GAC?
I mean, physically, I mean, it's a black hole, so I mean, I don't think you can. But I mean, who knows? Let's just give it a whirl. Can everyone here walk on water or fly?
No.
Yeah, I mean,
No?
why?
I can fly at night.
I don't
Why were
think we
you
really want to.
I can walk on walls.
No,
Oh,
just because
oh.
Shalosh.
Yeah.
It was 600 feet in diameter, so it's not in the ocean. I think that's smaller than the island. Okay, so yeah, we can stand on land while we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, then let's go talk to Judith about getting this amulet back.
Let's at least look at it and figure
And
it out.
have the Von Cars contact their lawyer and start writing that up.
Oh yeah, let's see if we can get. Does anyone have a way to contact Mr. Bernstein?
Oh, last time I talked to him, he was in Nausea.
What? Last time
Is Judith in Nausea too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Last time I saw him, he was in Shu. When did you see him?
I'm a paper bird.
You know, no, I got paperwork for our boat from him in Nausea.
Oh, that's right. He followed us somehow.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's a weird little satyr. You know how the Fae are.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well then, last time we saw him was in Nausea. I'm sure somebody's seen him. We can probably get in contact with him there. He always seems to pop up when you need him. We gotta learn how he does that, by the way. Maybe there's like a lawyer version of the Heaven Sent.
So Eric, I'm gonna cast teleport for the party, and we're gonna go to the blue cloak teleport circle in Nausea.
Cool. So, you guys teleport to Nausha. Awesome. Is anyone going to resist this?
No.
All right. I just have to check. You guys teleport to Nausha, where you find Shadrach standing at the edge of the teleportation circle.
I can't get over how good his mask looks. Jeez, that is
Yeah.
such a sexy
It
mask.
took a lot of time to get that
Very
right.
cool.
Everyone stopped. And then starts walking away.
Hey, Shadrach.
Hello. Are you here for a longer time this time?
Probably not.
Probably,
Gee.
probably not.
Yeah, tell Basil we're probably gonna scorch the main plaza again when we teleport out.
Please don't.
We will. Look,
he gets upset easily.
we have we there's a way we do things, and sorry, it's the way it's gonna be. Anyways,
You understand that eventually I'm going to kill Amer.
What did I do this time?
It's just who you are.
Well, I can't say you're not wrong in that regard. I did kill you. I did kill you myself, so I mean, I guess it is only fair that you try to kill me.
Eventually.
nah, don't worry about it, Shadrach. You're our buddy. Why would you ever do that?
Because
Everyone wants
I'm
to kill me.
mischievous.
I mean, to be fair, who hasn't killed Amer at this point?
Yeah, and who hasn't wanted to kill me?
And for the record,
Well,
the primary reason that Shadrach has to try to eventually kill Amer is because Shadrach kills Amer. We've established
is-
that in
this
IRL.
is true. Yes, he does like to kill me. And he is
Oh,
mischievous.
like is that like a fate thing, or like?
That's my cat sitting on hitting my delete key on my
Oh,
keyboard.
right.
Hitting
No,
my
the
cursor.
actual cat. I thought we're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no. I was like,
That's
I-
why he's mischievous.
I thought it was like written into fate or something. Oh no, like Shadrach the character is actually going to kill Amer the character in the future, which would be kind of cool. Like, oh hey, we're friends, but someday I'm going to kill you.
It's this empty threat that just
Mhm.
stands out there.
I mean,
Gotcha.
me and my coworker have been telling each other we're gonna kill each other for like 17 years. So
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you guys can go talk to Judith real fast to get that pendant. I need to go talk to that armorer who's like down the street from her real fast. Now that I'm here.
I need to talk to. You said an armorer?
Yeah, that forge master guy with the daughter.
Oh, I remember that guy's name. No, I don't remember his name. I haven't talked to him in so long.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about, though.
yeah, he's just down the street. I just need to commission something, so it shouldn't take that long. So while you guys get the amulet, I'll just talk to him real fast.
I was about to say, do me a favor while you're there.
Mhm.
Ask him how much he'd pay for a set of masterwork blacksmithing tools.
Masterwork. I'll let him. I'll ask him.
All right, cool.
Amer, you've been granted inspiration by Captain Gus Gus.
Thanks, Gus. Let's talk to Judith, see if she'll let us see that amulet if she hasn't sold it.
Yeah, and if he has, hopefully she'll tell us who, and we can buy it from them or kill them.
Here's the other problem is that we sold it to her for 40,000 gold. I don't know how much she's going to let us borrow it, rent it, have to purchase it back at market price.
Hopefully, let's go with borrow, and if she says no, we'll try renting. I mean, that'll probably because we don't want it forever. We just want it for a few days.
I mean,
she's reasonable. I don't think she'll go with the rental.
I don't know. I've never tried renting anything from her before.
Well, I think have established with her that we are good customers. I think she'd be willing to extend that much leniency.
We're gonna find out, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose. Well, you guys do on that. I need to go talk to a man about a sword.
Okay.
Okay.
So, who all is going to Judith's? I know that Amer's probably going.
Yes, Amer's going.
Ricard, would you be going to Judith's Intricacies and Oddities?
Yep, I'll follow.
Echo?
Yeah, Echo's going.
Testudinidae, would you be going to the magic shop?
Oh, of course. The broke guy's going to the magic shop.
Of course. And Brennan, would you be going to the magic shop?
Yeah, it's boring, but yeah.
Okay, so we will have the 5 of you walk over to Judith's Intricacies and Oddities. And as you do so, their populace of Nausea is cleaning up a mess. It appears that several buildings have been damaged, and a new one is being erected, and it's got a sign out front of it. And the sign reads, Far Boiler's Honey Hole.
Is that really what they're naming it? Oh God.
I was talking about possibly investing in that, and I'm kind of glad I didn't now.
Yeah, those adventurers I've hired to go find Farboiler. They found him, and I don't know what the deal was. He didn't want to come back or something, but they worked out some deal where they're opening up a meadery, and he's also going to be selling potions out of the meadery or something like that.
For the
We get a
record,
discount. We get a discount, by the way.
They're literally taking the gold coins that you paid for getting him back into the business, and that's how they're building the meadery with him at the forefront.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because interesting is I told them if they needed an investor to get the business started, they could hit Aimer up as a investment partner. Residual profits here. You gotta look at the long game.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got it covered. I'm like, all right, cool.
All right.
So, she'll let them know. Like, apparently they also negotiated that our group has a discount on potions from Farboiler. 10%, I believe, is what they said.
Yep. The place will be open by the end of the week, so you guys got another 5 days before that place is open.
Hey, I do have to say, I gotta talk to them. There needs to be a requirement that the doorknob needs to be clean.
All right.
Okay, we'll take care of this later. I'm gonna find Tay and tell him the doorknob has to stay clean. We'll have to talk to Judith.
You don't want to touch. Sorry. Yeah. No,
No,
I was about to make. I thought about it, and I don't want to make the joke
You don't
anymore.
wanna make
Never
the
mind.
joke?
No, I don't want to make the joke.
Are you
So,
sure?
yeah, I'm sure. So, yeah, Rose will just nod and head off towards the that
I'm
forge guy.
side-eyeing you because I think it'd be funny.
No, I don't want to.
Okay, very well. I'm not going to force you to. You can't make me. All right, so you guys walk into Judith's Intricacies and Oddities, and Judith is there, and you smell the apples and cinnamon candles within the shop. She greets you as you walk in. How's it going today?
Over the walkie-talkie, I'm gonna kind of announce, hey, no talk about demons or devils. Okay, we just need to get rid of the spear.
Judith, do you still happen to have that amulet I sold you not too long ago?
Of course. I wouldn't let that fall into any wrong hands.
Probably for the best. Could I take a look at it again real quick? We're wanting to see if we can use it to take apart the giant sphere of annihilation we made. Clean up and all.
Ooh. I need you to roll a persuasion check, sir, because she literally just said she didn't want it to fall into the wrong hands.
Hold on, I gotta juice that.
Oh, damn.
My 29.
29. Wow. Okay. She smiles at you. Aimer, you've grown. Taking responsibility for a mess is impressive and a worthy goal. Now, I can't give it to you for free, of course. After all,
Absolutely not.
I invested heavily into it.
I was wondering if a couple things. Can I rent it?
Of course, with appropriate collateral.
Absolutely. I'm gonna be back. I've been visiting you for ages now, and God only knows how much gold I've given you and you've given me over this time.
Indeed.
Yeah,
What did
Tessa
you have in
today is
mind
gonna
for collateral?
Tessa today is going to send over the link an image of the party just leaving Aimer as the collateral.
I will give you this as collateral, and Aimer pulls out a cloak from his haversack, and it is a cloak of displacement.
Cloak of displacement. let's pull this up here.
Wait, was that the one you're wearing, or did you stop wearing it?
He's not wearing it at the moment.
Oh shit! If you don't want it, I'll take it because I have a spare. I have a spare slot ever since I gave up Star Shatter.
So she smiles. This is appropriate collateral, and she will trade you the orb, the talisman of the orb, for the cloak of displacement. Temporarily, of course.
Yeah, so we're back in a couple days with it, I'm sure.
We think we're kind of charting. We're kind of going through uncharted waters here. We don't know.
So she will sign a receipt, and she will not sell your cloak of displacement for 30 days.
30 days. Deal.
And she
The whole time when she's telling
$1,000.
Amer that he's grown and cleaning up a mess, Tessu's in it was just feeling massive pride.
Hey, Amer has cleaned up some of this messes.
That's awesome. I love that so much.
He's still, the Vagrodan thing. He wouldn't have gone to help the trade wreck against Saphira had they asked him. But they didn't, probably for the best. Although it would have ended up them all being ignored the entire time while every single person at that temple all rushed Amer. It actually would have been kind of funny.
Yeah, would have been very funny for the first round.
Yeah, until I'm dead. Yeah. All right. Does anyone else need anything while we're here?
No.
No? Okay.
Right.
So, you guys have successfully done your transactions at Judith's. Headed back into town. We're going to shift the camera across town to where Sweet August Rose has visited the blacksmith shop. As you arrive, the blacksmith is standing out boldly in front of everybody. Business is open. What can I do for you? Hello, Miss Rose. Come right up front. You're a great customer, right? What can Charnella do for you today?
I don't think I've ever actually purchased anything from you.
Nope, but you've
No.
been here lots.
Three things. One, would you be interested in buying a Masterworks set of blacksmith tools?
Of course. Give you 50 gold for them.
All right, over the walkie-talkie, she'll just tell Amer he wants 50 gold for him, or he's willing to give 50 gold for him.
That's massively out. That makes me sad. There we go. So I'll figure out what to do with them later. Maybe I'll just give them to someone.
All right, give him the gym roll. Sorry,
That's not how that works.
Yeah, sorry. And then she'll just say, okay, there's two things I need from a master craftsman like yourself.
Sure.
One, she hands over her staff of flowers and she draws the blade from the top.
Nice.
I need you to make a duplicate of this. It doesn't have to be, the enchantments don't have to be the exact same, but it needs to be physically identical.
Just another flower sword. Yeah,
Specifically one that looks like my staff and this sword, yes.
Sure.
Just-
that's doable, yeah. It won't be fast, but give me a couple days and sure, I can probably knock this out.
And,
What
yeah,
100 gold do?
well, do you also do enchantments?
No.
Okay, I'll have to-
Blacksmithing's my forte. None of that arcane shit.
Gotcha.
That's
Don't worry.
stuff for losers and nerds.
I know, right? Yeah, but don't worry. I have a nerd who can do that for me. All right. The second thing I need you to do. She very carefully takes cast off her belt,
Uh-oh.
and she just holds the dagger out and she just says, "Don't draw this. It's extremely dangerous. I need you to put a clasp on that binds the blade to the scabbard, so that it can't be drawn accidentally. It needs to be unclasped before it is drawn.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah,
And you need to do it without drawing the blade.
no sweat.
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to be here for the whole time, because if that blade leaves that scabbard, there's a good chance you go on a massive killing spree.
No, we don't want that, right?
No, well, if it does, don't worry, I'll stop you. But
What a
yeah,
threat.
it's a promise, and trust me,
Awesome.
it's not a.
And
It's better for everybody if that blade never leaves that scabbard.
he's going to get
yeah.
a thick piece of wire, and with a little bit of work, he's going to set it up so that the wire is welded around the cross guard and has a nice pin and lock system. So there's a hasp and a latch and everything. Then you can put a lock on.
Yeah, basically she just wants to make it so that it takes an action to unlock it, and then it can be drawn.
Valid.
Yeah, because
He's
she
gonna
doesn't
charge
want.
you a gold for that.
He's not. Okay.
No, he is going to charge you 1 gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. And she asks him, okay, do you need to keep my staff while you work on this to duplicate it?
No. Give me just a few minutes to draw it all up. And he's going to hand the staff over to his associate named Farney, who I don't have art for, unfortunately. And Farney will do a very good reproduction of it in paper. And he takes it from a variety of angles, rolling the staff to different aspects so you can make a appropriate duplication of your staff of flowers as a scabbard.
And the blade that
And
goes
the
with
sword.
it. Yeah.
He's
And
charging
how-
100 gold for the mundane one.
All right. So 101 gold total. All right, she'll pay him up front.
Okay?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Come back day after tomorrow, it'll be ready. And remember,
All right.
you're buying it from Charnellan's.
I am. Thank you, Charnellan.
Absolutely. Nice pleasure
And-
doing Paloozus with you. Now, excuse me. You, good sir, me and June buy some nails.
He just smiles and rejoins the party. So, Amer, what are you gonna do with those master smithing tools? I mean, is he carrying around? Oh, I guess it is in the haversack. Is he carrying around like a whole anvil and like hammer set?
I don't think it would be the anvil, unless it's like a 5-pound anvil, Amer. Do we lose Amer?
I think so.
Oh, no. Okay. It would be the hammer, the tongs, the gloves, the apron, etc.
Yes. We left Amor as collateral, remember?
No one wants that. All right. Cool. So, you guys are now.
I think we're heading back. I think we're heading back to the Von Karth, right?
Well, now that we have that amulet, shouldn't we head to Shalosh to see if we can split up that?
Yeah.
I mean, because
we
we're.
could do that.
I mean, because I doubt Bernstein's there already. Oh, I mean, also, yeah. Is Bernstein in town?
I mean, I can go try to find him.
I mean, we just walk around
Yeah.
yelling, "Hey, Bernstein, are you here?" And I'm sure he's just gonna pop up.
No, there's an alleyway you go down. There's this lady at the end of it. And
Let's go.
you tip her some gold, and she hits the door, it opens, and
Yes, the chicken wing place. I remember.
no, different place. Chicken Wing Place is that's the you go for information and questionable things happen. This is a different place that it kind of opens up the same way, but it's just some lady in the front, and you tip her a gold, and Ace Bernstein was back there by it with the table.
Oh, different alley. Gotcha. Okay. We never did get our chicken wings. That was disappointing.
Me and Battle Plan making some chicken wings.
All right, let's go talk to the lawyer. Maybe we can get him to work on this airtight contract that'll trap a demon lord.
Sure. You guys go looking for Ace Bernstein, arcane attorney at law, and you're easily able to find him as he is actually roaming the streets today.
What are you doing out here, buddy?
What is this? Attorneys falling from the sky? Yes, El Guapo. Sorry.
That must be some lawyer jokes.
No, that's just me forcing a Three Amigos joke because it's my favorite. I love Three Amigos, my favorite movie of all time. But
You got brain damage or something?
are you kidding me? It's
Your
great.
favorite movie of all time.
One of them, yeah, it's right up there with Top Secret, man. Great, and the Naked Gun. Oh man, I love all those movies.
Of those, the Three Amigos is the best one. I will grant you that.
Three Amigos is amazing.
It is.
I will fight you, Doug. But anyways, back to Mr. Bernstein.
Doing
Mr.
ship
Bernstein.
contracts at the moment. Yes. What can I do for you, sir?
Oh,
Madam? Miss?
we need
Yes.
to hire you
Missus?
to write an airtight contract that a demon can't find a loophole in to stab us in the back.
A demon. Well,
A very, very, very powerful demon. A Lord of the Abyss.
you know, they don't typically sign contracts. They typically simply agree to them.
Well, we just want to make sure he sticks to his word. You know,
Yeah,
get it in
we
writing,
need
right?
an airtight agreement, right? Yeah.
Of course. What are we agreeing to?
Is it safe to talk around here? Like, it's some pretty heavy stuff.
He smiles. Of course not. Let's go ahead and get to some more private place. And he's going to take you down an alleyway, through a door in that alleyway, and into a dark room. The leather-bound chairs are worn, and it's obvious that he does not use his funds for his furniture.
Yeah, he's using the like. Does he have his law books on the wall?
No.
What is this? He doesn't even have like the Southwest Reporter. Nothing.
None of
Jeez.
those.
Okay.
No. No.
What kind of lawyer is he? It's
He's the
disgusting.
kind of lawyer that doesn't want his books stolen by someone who happens to walk into his office.
He's a criminal lawyer.
He's a defense attorney, not a prosecutor.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. That derision was awesome.
So, okay. Essentially, the issue is, a demon. Well, I'm sorry. What was his name? I keep going to Randolfo. It's Romaldo.
Yes.
Romaldo. The Demon Lord Romaldo currently has an agreement in South Cove with the ruler there.
The demon lord known as Grimaldo,
Yeah.
from the third plane of the
Oh.
abyss.
Rolmanad. I'm sorry. Rolmanad.
Romanod. Yep.
I just can't get it. I don't know why. Rolmanad.
It's okay. Tomorrow
Yeah.
you'll meet a Romanov.
So we want to enter an agreement where he closes all the portals to the abyss that are in the area that are causing the Sturges to come through. According to him,
South
the
Cove,
Sturges, in South Cove, the Sturges are a pest and a problem that he does not want. We are willing to offer him an enormous sphere of annihilation to use in order to dispose of those Sturges on his own plane without having to burden us with those awful creatures. However, there are concerns. We don't want a demon using that sphere of annihilation for anything other than destroying Sturges on his own plane.
Understood. And how are we going to enforce the contract?
I mean, with a demon lord, that's a good question. I mean, what if he breaks it? What can we do to stop him?
That's a very large question. I'm not
I was
sure
hoping
I
that-
can
I was-
personally enforce it, short of
Now, he's bound-
perhaps
now, he's
entreating
cur- he's
celestial
cur-
beings.
He's currently bound by an agreement he has with Reagan Fang. I mean, and my understanding is he's simply bound by his own agreement to the, his own consent to the agreement, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know anything about demons. Some demons are really keen on keeping their word, and some don't care at all. And I don't know the difference between the ones that do and the ones that don't.
Then perhaps what we can do is we can compromise his position by placing a sanction against such demon lord to grant him his information to other demon lords, thereby compromising his security.
Okay.
Sanctions. I mean, yeah. Let them know that that's how he's disposing of the Sturges. I mean, it's pretty hard to hide a 600-foot wide sphere of annihilation, but
Indeed. And you're very well and okay with granting him access to this weapon of mass destruction.
As long as he keeps it on, he uses it against demons, yeah,
Very well.
and keeps it on his own plane, yes. And that's what we want to enforce. We want him to keep it on the plane and make it never come back to the prime material plane ever again for the
Very
rest of
well.
time.
You do understand that I cannot be held liable for the enforcement of this contract.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, I was hoping you would know some way of making sure he sticks to it.
Well, by granting the clause that we allow the knowledge of how he controls such an entity to the other demon lords, or perhaps placing a bounty upon his head in the interest of enforcement. We could associate the Lockstars Consortium with this, or other entities that would enforce the contract, opposing him.
Well, as she turns to the others, we're not giving him the amulet because the amulet doesn't give him permanent control of the sphere, right?
No,
It just
the
makes
amulet-
it just makes it a little easier.
Yes, the amulet allows you to, you can double your proficiency to control it, so it makes it easier to control it, and you can move it further.
I mean, okay. So technically, he's a demon. He's not a player character. So does he even have a proficiency bonus? Like,
Yes, they do have proficiency bonuses.
okay, so, and if he's a demon lord, I'm guessing it's going to be like in the 9 or 10, and if it's doubling it, that's going to be 20, like a plus 20 bonus to moving this thing. Even for another demon lord, that's going to be tough to beat unless his intelligence is like rock bottom.
Yeah, well, but how does he get that bonus? How's he going to get the bonus?
Well, that's the thing. Echo, do you think you can make a duplicate of that? Of that?
Well, so no. This talisman was only grabbed to split the spheres apart.
Yeah. Well, that's why I know we're not going to give him the amulet, but he wanted a way to control the sphere, and I mean, as far as we know, there's no such thing. Echo, do you think you can make something, like link something to the sphere that locks it in place?
It's an object, so it has to obey the laws that objects obey as far as magic's concerned. So anything you could do with an object, you theoretically could do with it, as long as the spell doesn't restrict the size of the object. So there's some spells that you can only do to an object that's, so many pounds and so many feet across. So theoretically, you could create a spell or an enchantment that would affect a particular object, regardless of its size.
Is if
Maybe,
we make like a necklace that allows him to maintain control to make sure some other demon lord doesn't gain control of it. One, he would have that tool that he wants, and two, we could threaten. If he breaks the contract, we can set up redundancies that informs every other entity on the planes that is how he's controlling the sphere.
We can also put a backup safe word in it.
A back door. Yeah.
Or we can threaten. We can let him know. That could be our contingency.
I mean, I'm just spitballing here because Echo is the enchanter in the group. He's the one who would even be able to. Is this something that is possible that you can make?
I don't.
I mean, I've got a physical contract ready if you want
I'm
it.
thinking telekinesis or. Oh, do you?
I work with legal documents all day. Yeah, I'll just paste it into general.
Okay. Animate object.
Animating a sphere of annihilation. Oh my god.
I'm just spitballing. I'm looking through my spell list and seeing what we can play with. I mean, it may not be exact, but yeah. Control.
Just make a sphere of annihilation, give it crippling loneliness, and make it just wants to have friends and have hugs.
That's right.
Yeah.
Telekinesis.
Well, I mean, if we're using it to deal with Sturgis, all he has to do is wrap it in an illusion of something moving, and they'll all just fly into it.
Yeah, they're not. Well, that's the thing. I don't think he would have any trouble tricking them into going into the sphere. what he wants though is a way of making sure he can control it. And like it's just a sphere of annihilation. You just think at it and it moves.
Yeah, fortunately, without the amulet, it moves pretty darn slow. Like it's like a zombie. You can outwalk it.
Oh yeah. The concern isn't that he's going to misuse it. He's a demon. Obviously, he's going to misuse it. But like, the concern is just like is what he wants, because otherwise he won't agree to the deal unless he has a way of controlling it. Because that's what he said he wanted. He wanted to wait.
That's what I meant when we were talking to the god before. The third question is, it isn't how we can control it. It's that he wants to be able to control it and have someone help him on an intelligence check. He wouldn't know that. But have someone else just come along and take it from him.
Right.
I mean, if he has access to Lady Aromaro, he'll. Actually, no.
Well, yeah, he doesn't trust her, so. Yeah, demons, man.
Yeah. Or potentially for us, I mean, something maybe we can consider. You can write. How would Brian do this? You can do all the legal mumbo jumbo stuff and the religious stuff, but it only applies to him. If someone comes and just takes it from him, they can do whatever they want and bring it back to this point.
True.
I mean, to be fair, is him having the sphere of annihilation that much of a danger? Because again, this is a thing that you can just walk away from at a brisk pace and it doesn't catch up to you. Man, if he's trying to directly control this thing, well, someone else could control it.
And
its
the
best
grand
use to him is in a room he controls.
Yeah, I agree. In the grand scheme of things, it's a giant black hole, but it's not like that dangerous. I mean,
yeah. And we're getting it off our plane, which I think is a bigger priority.
Yeah.
This is interesting. I would imagine that a sphere of annihilation does not weigh anything, and so telekinesis can move an object, and a sphere of annihilation is an object, and as long as it weighs less than 1,000 pounds, you can move it at 30 feet in any direction.
But
theoretically, telekinesis would.
Does the sphere of annihilation destroy the telekinesis magic and all like that?
I mean, we can literally go there and experiment with it to see if it would work.
Oh yeah.
But is this? Are we sure this guy's going to agree to this though, without that component of control?
Well, I think that's where I don't think he would.
Once it's on his realm, he'll be able to control it.
Yeah. Like if we give him this, the little doodad trinket we make to control it would appease him because that's what he wanted, and we would also be able to use that as a threat to be like, hey, if you break this deal, we're going to let every demon lord know that is how you're controlling the sphere, which provides incentive for him to not break the deal.
Okay. Yep.
So. All right. Yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna outline this to Mr. Bernstein because he probably has to do legal research, and we need to actually
do this.
So this is what we're thinking of. We're gonna go actually see if making such an object is possible, but that's where we're going. Is such a contract doable?
Of course, anything is doable as long as you can get them to sign it.
Well, I think this is a deal that benefits everyone, even the demons. Yeah.
Now, as a small extra charge, I will have to do this on an enduring paper because you are dealing with a demon lord.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that is an extra 5 gold cost.
Sure. How much are you charging for the retainer?
100 gold.
All right. Rose will I'll pay for it, guys.
It's 100 gold a month.
So 100.
And first month is included.
Oh, we're only, it's just a one-time fee, but okay.
We're a high-level adventuring party. We should have a lawyer on retainer.
Yep.
We're a party with Aimer. We should have multiple lawyers on retainer.
It's a one-time fee for now, but you don't realize that he bills you every month, regardless. Like a gym membership.
Yeah, it's a subscription.
How many spheres were there, Eric, that we combined? Do we remember?
There were 13 of them originally.
Yeah, and so I think we combined 11 of them.
Right.
Okay.
Well, let's just go see if we can use the amulet and pull them apart.
Yeah, let's start experimenting with these orbs. Okay. I love playing with orbs. Let's go.
Kitty.
I'm sure she does.
Okay, so I have 2 teleports in me, but if I use a 9th level spell, I've only got 1 teleport, so we may actually spend the night there. If we
I'll
may
tell
have
you
to
what,
spend the night there.
I've got word of recall,
Yeah.
so you get us there, I can get us
Okay.
home.
Very good.
Yeah, it's fine.
Do we have anything from there? What did we bring back from us with us?
Well, that actually belonged there.
Yeah, I've got this.
I've got some souvenirs of some Mind Flayer beaks.
Oh, yeah.
I have this
I've got
Kraken
this
tooth,
staff.
but the
Kraken
Kraken
tooth.
tooth was we killed the Kraken pretty close to where that sphere of annihilation was. I don't know if we want to go there.
I was theoretically there for 1,500 years. Do I count?
Does he count as an
Associated object.
familiar object? Yeah, an associated object.
Unfortunately, he does not count as an object. As much of a okay, the joke
Hey.
is as much of a tool as he doesn't count as an object.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. Rose seems to be objectifying him lately.
Yeah.
Rose spent a lot of time in shoe.
Yep.
What about?
Uh,
Is he wearing anything though?
Ricardo-
No, he's
Oh,
completely naked
him?
right now.
I do have the Kraken claw tooth that Brennan gave me. That was from that area, but that was like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think it was 600 feet close to the Shalosh, but I mean, it was pretty close to the sphere.
Ricard pulls out his fiend shard of power.
oh,
Yeah. Yeah, that was
this
that
work?
would do it. That would do it.
Yep, that would
All right.
Monty gave me the idea, just to be
Man, what would you
That's
do with
very
it?
good. That'll
What
do
would you
it.
do without him?
I would be completely useless without this guy and all of you. I've been owe you all a huge debt. I couldn't do any of this without you guys.
I enjoy
And
pretending
you
that
too,
we're-
Monty. Yes, I owe you.
So using the Fiend Shard, Echo will cast Teleport.
Just out here in the middle of the street.
Yes.
Yeah, that's kind of our normal.
So as
Like-
the flames encircle you guys and rise up around you, the heat of the magic burns at your skin for just a moment before you find yourselves teleported across Toivoa all the way to the banks outside Shalosh.
Nice.
Amer stands there. He kind of crosses his arms like, "Yeah, I did a great job."
Yeah. So
Ricard just like looking over at you, nodding like, "Yes, you did."
is Knick-Knack still here?
Knick-Knack is not here. He's decided to go on his own way after having been abandoned here for a week.
Yeah, if
Let
it
me
was a real
swim-
knick-knack, he'd still be here.
When you swim home,
He did
I think
not
he
survive.
just had the main body come pick him up. Probably what happened.
He was summoned back.
Wow.
So, how close do we need to get to this thing? I wonder.
Wait, so are we across the bay? Do we have to
We're across
fly
the bay.
across? Oh, we have to fly across again. Shit.
I got this, and Tessadende taps his shell, and you see a little lizard climb out from the gap between his neck and his shell. The little lizard gives a deep sigh and jumps off him, unfurling into a Quetzalcoatlus, also
Okay.
known as huge pterodactyl.
Awesome.
Is that big enough to carry all 6 of us?
Well, Echo can
So-
fly.
Some
Yeah,
of you can
just-
fly.
Yeah, because I just remember that truly enormous dragon turtle in the water, and I just don't. Otherwise, I just run across.
Yep.
But,
Yeah, we're going to be going slightly below suborbital for
Yeah,
that
yeah.
thing.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So you're going way high to avoid the pterodactyls?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, we will go ahead and gloss over the flight to Shalosh.
I mean, I'm a hippie tortoise. Of course, I'm going to get high.
We should introduce you to a little halfling in your Vix. I think you'd get on great.
Yeah, you and Bodhi Dharma would get along awesome.
That sounds like
yeah, man.
right,
So-
so you guys will arrive on the banks of Shalosh, where it is impossible to fly.
All right, yeah. Time to walk. Hopefully these Fomorians have learned their lesson and don't get close to us. Yeah, I guess we just get close to the damn thing.
You are close to the damn thing. You guys have about 30 feet or the edge of it.
Who's got the best chance of manipulating this?
Probably me.
Is it a straight intelligence or is it an arcana?
Yeah, I believe it is straight intelligence. Let me double check here.
Okay, I've only got a +4.
It's an Arcana check.
Arcana check? Okay, Arcana check.
It's a DC 25.
Yep.
Which I
Well,
cannot.
I've got a
fail.
+6. I've got a +16. Oh, well, you can't fail it. Okay.
Yeah.
Does a sphere of annihilation make any sound?
I bet you like a low
No.
thrumming sound.
Would you like me to find out for you?
It
Yeah,
is
trying to set the
technically-
scene.
According to the thing, it is stabilized by the magical field surrounding it. So no, because it's stable.
No, there's a magic.
Until Aimer gets his hands on it.
Right. It's like an electric car.
Sorry.
Now I'm worried that we start splitting this thing up. It's going to turn into a giant game of agar.io.
Uh-huh.
So here's the thing, everyone. So I need to study this necklace a little bit because last time I looked at it, it didn't exactly doesn't by its own nature. It doesn't split things apart. So I need to figure out how I can use it to do that.
Just try and move it in opposite directions at the same time.
So, Eric, Echo is going to use Wish to cast telekinesis, and he's
Okay.
going to see if he can move it. As large as it is, he's going to see if he can move it.
All right.
There's no size limit to telekinesis when pushing an object, but there is a weight limit to 1,000 pounds. And my assumption is it doesn't weigh anything.
Oh, let's see here.
Hold on,
Yeah,
Oh.
because here's
is
how
it?
it works out in our favor. Consider this: if we split this thing into small spheres and send those through the gate and let them reform on the other side of the gate, there's no fucking way that the Demon Lord is going to be able to split it back apart to get it to other realms. It'll be stuck on his realm.
Unless he has
could be, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
mobility.
yeah. Assuming he doesn't have some sort of BS like massive plane gate or something like that. Which we can't discount. But yeah, and then we give him the
Yeah,
trinket that just lets him move the giant one around without splitting it apart. Yeah.
Yeah, even the World of Warcraft gate between realms wasn't that big.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as you guys consider a way to open a dark portal, you're going to use telekinesis on it. Okay.
Yep.
And Aimer, you're going to try to tear it apart.
So I'm wondering how, because this fundamentally, I should say, mechanically, does none of that tracks.
Right.
Because you can only move the sphere in one direction of your choice.
Right. But right now, Echo is exerting telekinesis upon it.
Okay, I see what you're saying, Echo. So you're pushing it one way,
Yeah.
and then I
I get it
I
now.
will go ahead and attempt to pull it the opposite direction.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, let's just
So-
make sure we're not standing like on either side of this. This is basic workshop rules.
Yeah, Tessa today forge around his pack and pull out a pair of safety goggles and put those on, just because.
Are they tinted?
They are not.
They're not tinted. Okay.
So we should probably have a safety vest if we're getting this close to the orb.
Yeah, we're probably gonna get like gamma ray burst. I don't know.
All right. So we're going to attempt to do this.
Yeah, I'm green enough already. I don't need to be a Hulk.
Yeah. So, because there were 16 of them, sorry, not 16, there were 13 of them. I was miscalculating. There were 13 of them. So, the base arcana check was a 25, correct?
Yes.
All right, so we are going to set the DC very easily at 25 plus 13. So, total of 38 to tear this thing apart.
All right,
Arcana
well-
check.
And Tested in a Day will cast a guidance on Echo.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself.
If you guys want potions of advantage, I have a couple of those you can use if you want as well.
Yeah,
actually,
Echo's gonna drink one.
All right,
Aim will be fine.
I'll mark that up.
Ricard
and
is
you
sending
know-
thoughts and prayers.
And just to be safe, the little the pterodactyl, which turned back into the little lizard on Testadinide's shoulder, is going to cast Bless on Echo, Aimer, and Testadinide.
Okay.
What is the DC set at right now?
38. Arcana.
Yeah, well,
30.
I will drink a potion of advantage. Hold on, let me find
All right,
it.
let me. I'll mark.
I don't even.
I have 18 of them.
I can't hit that. I can hit 36. Blessed would give me. Yeah, I guess I
Bless
could hit
doesn't
it
work
if I
on
hit
skill
it.
checks.
Yeah,
Oh, he has,
Yeah,
he has the
guidance.
guidance. Yeah.
Guidance
you
works.
guys.
I got it.
Bless is a case of an uh-oh.
Yeah, I just need you to hold it in place while I pull Echo.
Okay,
That's what she said.
let's go.
All right. Let's see what I can do here for funsies.
All right, Aimer.
I rolled double sixes or 6 and a 9. Okay, so that's at my base. That's with advantage. Okay, roll 1 die 10. Roll 1.
That's 35.
4.
36.
36. Ooh,
You're 2 off.
you know what? I just got inspiration. I'm rolling my inspiration.
You're going to roll the inspiration
There you
that you
go.
got from
Why not?
Captain Gus
Yeah.
Gus?
Yeah, why not?
I'll give you some too.
Oh, there we go.
All
There you
right,
go.
Oh, there we
that's
go.
5 plus 8. So, as you roll a 43, Aimer, please describe how you split an orb of annihilation into 2 pieces.
Oh, God. Yeah. Aimer is, part of me, I'm just thinking of the Harlem Globetrotters where he's just kind of like dancing around like in the basketball. That does not make any sense right here, but that's what my brain is telling me.
Sure.
So Aimer is just gonna he's like looking at the amulet. He's kind of looking at it. He's kind of tapping his head, and he's just like he's taking his arms and just going like pulling them apart, like it's like not gel, but like something gelatinous between them. He's just like whoop whoop whoop, and then one of the times he does it, the sphere just splits in half. And he's like, he's kind of dumbfounded as the goop between his hands that he was using just kind of falls and goes limp between it, and he goes, I guess that worked.
You now have 2 orbs of annihilation.
We're gonna be here a little while, guys.
Yeah, did we figure out how many we need?
Well,
Uh,
these are about
300
300.
apart.
Yeah. We need. How big is your gate, Testu?
30 feet.
So yeah, we got to make them smaller than 30 feet. I think all of them were like 10 to 5 feet wide before.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Yeah. This is gonna take a while. Yep.
Yeah. Well,
Well, no one said being an adventurer was easy.
so I'm gonna guess I'm gonna.
Cleaning up
Start.
your messes aren't easy.
Oh, you're pulling apart black holes like they're taffy. This is high level adventuring.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly. No one said it'd be easy. Now we have to wait here like a whole hour while Aimer does this.
All right. So, Aimer, the next one would be a 37.
Oh, my
No, sorry,
favorite.
36 because we now have 2 of them.
All right, so I'll do the left one first, I guess.
Sure.
I roll an 8. Hold on.
Yeah.
so by my calculations, he has to do this 8 times.
No,
Right.
Aimer tried really hard, and he's like, and he's like the vein in his head kind of pop out of his head, and he's like, nope, that didn't do it.
Maybe the other one will be easier.
All right, hold on a minute. Give me a minute. He's like catching his breath because there's a fair bit of mental strain, you know.
Right.
And he's gonna go to the right one. He's like, all right, we got this. That's
Nice.
hold on. Ah, we did get that one.
Okay.
Aimer I had to roll everything I had for it. Aimer he's looking at it, and then he's squinting, and then his feet are bracing against the rocks, and he's almost shaking in concentration. And you see it tear apart, and he's like, Why is cleaning up always so much worse?
Don't worry, only 9 more to go.
Aimer like,
Yeah, Testadini is going to give Aimer a pat on the shoulder, and you sense a faint sense of pride that he's gotten Aimer to clean up a mess.
Aimer, in order to speed this on a little bit, what do you have to roll on a d20 to potentially get these?
So I need to roll. So my lowest is a 28, not including my buffs.
Okay.
So if I get 15, or I guess 15 would be 33.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll. Let's roll 40-20s. Let's see if you can split these apart. All right, so you failed once more.
Yeah, I got one.
How does how many does how many of that 1d10 additional buff does he have? Because I know that's a limited resource.
So it only goes away if I fail.
Right.
That's like the. I did not realize how overpowered the Soul Blade Rogue is until I really started playing it, because I was fairly new to 5e at the time.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb.
Wait, so you only expend the resource when you fail the roll?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
And I have 14 per long rest.
Shouldn't it be the other way around?
Right.
Yeah.
So, eventually, Aimer, we're going to go ahead and grant you a level of exhaustion for the nat 1 there.
Okay.
But you will eventually, over the next hour, split these up into the various orbs. And each of the orbs will be 5 feet in diameter.
Aimer's panting. He's like, why is this so hard? What did I do to deserve this?
And presumably there is just a giant crater where this castle used to be.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I like it better as a crater. But she turns to the others. Okay, well, now that that's been settled, and Echo, the telekinesis was able to control the orb, right? Or at least hold it still?
Yeah. I think that's a way to control it. It's not dummy proof, but yeah, it's a way to control it for sure.
So we can make a necklace or ring that would allow.
I just think we tell him, hey, you can control this thing with telekinesis, and let him deal with it.
Yeah, telekinesis is not that uncommon ability, particularly if he has Lady Amaro.
Well,
I would imagine that just telling him how to control it would be enough.
Yeah.
But then we want that as like a.
Well, yeah,
that's caveat. He misused it.
Like it's the trinket that he relies on. It's a weakness, and that way, like if he breaks the deal, we'll have some sort of system set up so that if we find out he breaks the deal, all of his enemies know, like, oh, that is how he controls the
does he
orb.
even have the ability to break the deal? I mean, once it's on his plane and reconsolidated, it's not going anywhere.
True, he may not be able to break the deal, but I'd prefer to need this or have this contract and not need it than need it and not have it. So.
Well, here I've got the contract in the general chat. If you want to go through that.
Okay.
But
Discord chat.
Yeah. I mean, I'll look at that later when I have a chance.
I put it in the wrong chat. Hang on, I put it in the.
That one and put it in the.
Yeah, that makes for some riveting TV. Trust me, guys. Just sitting here reading a contract. Oh, I think we should move this clause here.
Echo for a second.
Oh no. Oh, he got. See, that's how riveting contract law is.
This is what I do for a living. I get legal documents into a data system.
Yeah, peppercorn theory. Okay, so we have all that, but I still, because I think the trinket that lets him control it is our best bet. Like, because I know we want to tell him telekinesis will work, but he wanted like a thing that would help him control it. And is it too much trouble to make like an amulet that lets him telekinetically control this sphere?
Would you like to try to create an amulet that allows him to telekinetically move the sphere.
So there is one caveat to moving this through that we have to overcome. Spheres don't really like going through planes.
So they don't like extra dimensional spaces, but going through a gate may be a different.
No,
So you can't put it in
I
a
will
pocket
say,
holder.
it flat out says if the sphere comes into contact with a planar portal, such as created by the gate spell, or an extra dimensional space, such as that within a portable hole, the GM determines randomly what happens using the following table.
Yes.
Oh, hang on. Let me dig this up.
Yeah.
Damn, he finally got there.
I've got a way. I've got a way to do this. All right, I've got a way to do this.
Echo.
How many
That's
spheres
so
are there?
nice.
Yeah, I'm glad you caught that because I wasn't thinking. Okay, so good grief, I'm gonna jump all the hoops here this time. Let's see.
Man, I've been waiting and holding on to that one. I'm glad he found it.
Oh, it was just
Okay,
more of
so-
I knew about it, but Emer had to get to it at his time, you know?
Understood.
Okay, how big are the cubes? How big are the spheres now?
5 feet.
Eric?
5 feet.
Okay, so if the target is an object, it must fit entirely in a 10-foot cube. Okay. Yeah, I can teleport them. Oh crap! Let me look. Maybe not. I'm having to look at all my spells and all my tricks.
You try to cast teleport, we're going to apply the same thing because you're basically moving them. One place to
Well,
another.
teleport says that you can move an object,
Yes.
but I
So-
don't think plane shift can move an object.
So no, the difference is so that it's a planar portal,
Right.
not a regular the same plane that
So
rules don't.
You would
exist, but
teleport them
Eric-
somewhere else?
Yeah, let's say.
Hmm.
But that's not a guess.
And maybe we
anywhere
should have
besides
tried the
that
divine
one.
intervention to start.
Well, the thing is, can you tell the divine intervention? Okay, wait like 5, or like a day or two. So yeah, like we have to be completely ready before we try the divine intervention. And even then, from my understanding, like that's a thing that's probably not going to work, right? Unless we.
Oh yeah, very low probability, but
Oh jeez.
It's like a 1 in 5 shot.
yeah, but it may as well.
It's almost as if these things aren't meant to be transported easily.
No.
Yeah, that plane shift won't work, and teleport won't work.
I mean, are there any other ways of getting to a different dimension other than portals or magic like that?
Well, it was mentioned that there are allies that we could call upon who could move these things.
I mean, the
I
only
just
person.
don't think we can.
Well, yeah,
Everything I've got. Yeah.
The only person I can think of, Amarazi might be able to do it. Judith might be able to do it, but I don't think she'd be willing to give this sphere to a demon.
That's a good insight.
Yeah, Amarazi maybe if we can convince him that it's for the greater good.
Oh, maybe.
Well,
Yeah,
how
it'll
about
be-
this? When it comes to the options, all we have to do is find a way to ensure that we don't get the bad one where it sucks itself into a random plane, because we don't want to be scattering these things across
Well,
reality.
There's another bad one where it gets destroyed as well.
Yeah, but we have like what, 30 of them? Like 13 of them?
Yeah, we promised them a very large one though.
Yeah, well, even if we lose half of them, it's still going to be very large by by Sphere of Annihilation standards.
We did say 600 feet though. He already heard us say that. Like I don't want him to be like, oh, it's half the size, or I'm only closing half the portals or some bullshit like that. Okay, so maybe we need to start
For the
thinking
record,
about how.
I will allow you guys to use inspirations on those rolls.
Just get really, really lucky.
It's 51 to 85. Yeah.
And well, okay, so okay, we need to find out how to transport these things without having them explode or whatever that happens. Because I had wished you magic people had told me that earlier.
I just thought about it now.
Okay, well that is certainly a problem. Well, this is the conundrum.
Listen, I don't really fiddle with these things that often.
So we have 13 5-foot wide spheres of annihilation, correct?
Yes.
Okay, well, if we set one to the side, that would be 6 10-foot wide ones, then 3 20-foot wide ones. So if we could just get those 3 plus the one 5-foot one through and recombine them on the other side, would be okay. So we'd only have to make pass 4 of these checks.
I don't know anything about magic. How likely is it that something goes wrong?
100%.
It's we got about 30, like a 1 in 3 chance for it to go bad.
I mean, that's on par for everything we do.
We got about a 50% chance that it's minorly bad, and like a 15% chance that it's terrible.
Now, could we find a way to perhaps stabilize these spheres of annihilation just long enough to punt them through the portal?
I mean,
Rose looks at you blankly and just goes, "Oh,
yeah,
you tell me. I don't know."
I mean, like shoot with an arrow?
I could punch it. Do you want me to punch it? I could do that.
Do you like having a hand?
My hand would win. I got hit by one of those earlier. I got hit by one of those earlier. It hurt a little bit. It wasn't that bad.
Wasn't that bad. Well, I mean, you can go cuddle one if you like. But as far as stabilizing it goes, I mean, when it comes to magic, I suppose, anything could theoretically be possible.
That's a spirit. Echo, Aimer, solve the problem. Use magic.
You don't know how bad I wanna use magic to command Rose to go swimming.
Yeah, I don't think anything short of a wish is going to get it done.
I mean,
yeah, that's the only. I can't think of anything else.
Well,
these things aren't meant to be transported.
I mean, we could have done that before we took them all apart. If we're going to do that.
Well, we just wanted to make you do some work. It's good. It builds character, Aimer.
It was really cool.
It was very impressive watching you do that magic. Like out of all the deeds we have done, that is actually one of the most impressive you've ever done, Aimer. I think that is something you can brag about.
What? Thinking that hard?
No, well, splitting a black hole 13 times.
Yeah, that's gonna get me laid. Hey, baby, you ever met an elf that's split a black hole 13 times?
I think it would. If she's a physicist, find some cute.
What physicists want to go out with me?
You could say that about most women.
Yeah, there's a kink for everything, man. Don't worry.
All right, when I go to Nausea, we're gonna bring it to the first woman we meet at the bar. I'm gonna say that too. We'll see how well this works.
Well, you have to pick your targets.
Make sure she understands the context before we start talking about black holes.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's an idea. What if I cast the gate spell and then use the divine intervention on the gate, augmenting its effect to enable it to transport black holes?
I mean, what will
now you're thinking with portals.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't hurt to try. But then we have to be ready to give him what he wants and have him sign the contract.
Right. Well, I've got the we've got the contract there written up where it's it's upon delivery.
Let's see, I actually haven't read it yet. Let's see. Oh, jeez. This contract. The demon of Romanov.
that distinct mumbling of someone reading a legal contract.
Portals, whereas the demon has the power and ability to close the portals.
Ricardo is kind of standing on this beach right now. He's munching on some of those pork fat peanuts or whatever from Now Show right now.
Yeah.
He's just thinking about Amers splitting black holes and Testu dispelling Draco liches and talks of demon contracts and all this kind of stuff. And he just kind of like leans over into Brennan and whispers, he's like, "You don't ever feel inadequate around these guys, do you?"
What, the dorks?
Yeah, I'm kind of like with you on the whole magic thing, but I mean, look at what these guys are doing, man.
Contract shall become effective on the.
We hadn't done it yet.
Hey, man, I'm right in the same boat with you. I can't do magic. All I can do is give them
Brennan-
noogies.
Brennan makes is there a little poof of yellow, like a little yellow firework appears next to Rickard's face. He says, "What's the big deal about that?"
Yeah, and that's awesome. You're getting into the magic now?
Hold on. Amer saunters over a little bit. He pulls a bottle out from his rose and takes a big pull off the bottle. He's like, "Do you want to see the cool thing about magic, Brennan? Are you ready?" And Amer casts command on Brennan to dance.
The Abyssal Arbitration Association. Okay. This contract constitutes the entire agreement to the person's faculty. No manner of modifications contract be okay. Servability. Okay.
I love the fact that you're trying to get them to agree to grant you the services of Lady O'Mara.
Hey, you got to sneak something into the fine print, otherwise you're not even really trying.
I haven't gotten to that point yet. Did not take proactive. You get to forfeit the.
Is
So-
there like a percentage for delivery?
No, basically-
y'all get a tip or something.
No, it's a punishment clause. Yeah, it's a punishment clause. If he fails to uphold the contract in good faith, Elmaro he forfeits the service of Lady Elmaro to us. You misspelled her name, but I mean, we can fix that later. Or there are the inheritors in the event of. Yeah, actually, by this world standards, that is the best contract I've ever seen written, because it's like an actual real contract. I mean, yeah, there are some loopholes, but I mean, it's for game purposes, it's fine. Yeah, that's actually pretty good.
I was once in a game where one of the players had a family where they were just always taking his wealth to live lavishly, and I helped him write a lawsuit to sue them for owing to upkeep of the estate.
So that's actually pretty good. I mean, the thing with the Lady Amaro thing is fine, but I mean, hey, it's a punishment clause. As long as he upholds his end of the deal, he doesn't have to worry about that. Yeah, that's actually a really good contract. We'll just say that's the one Bernstein wrote up for us. Okay, so we have that. So all we need is the trinket he wants to control it, and then we have everything we need. Maybe we just give him.
Yeah.
Maybe we just give him a magic feather and tell him it controls the sphere, and then really it's just him doing it the whole time.
I think.
I mean, if these things don't technically weigh anything, it doesn't have to be telekinesis. It could be mage hand.
No, I think Mage Hand would be destroyed in the interaction with the.
It's like
spirit knowledge.
it's an actual physical hand. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I think telekinesis is the way to move it.
I think it's Ring of Telekinesis is a legendary item.
Yeah, well, I mean, We just tell him how to move it. It's up to him to move it.
Oh yeah,
That's as far as I'm concerned.
yeah. We'll write
you know.
up how to move it as a manual,
Yeah.
like basically a Sphere of Annihilation user's guide.
So, yeah, I think wish is the only way to get it there that I can think of.
Well, let's try the use a gate and then see if we can get divine intervention to go off and stabilize the gate so that it can move Spheres of Annihilation, because the will of the gods overrides the will of the world.
Let's Okay, so
And if that doesn't work, then we can try something else.
Yeah.
let's spend the night. Let's spend the night here. We'll take a long rest. Or
Don't want someone
can recall.
sneaking off. Don't want someone sneaking off with one of the orbs, all right?
yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, we probably need to put them back together, is what I'm thinking too.
Well,
But you want to stay the night here? That sounds terrible.
we've
Yeah.
slept in worse places.
But we need to go ahead and solidify this agreement.
Yeah, well,
So we
yeah,
can either do that tonight or we can do it tomorrow. But we need to solidify this agreement.
well, can you teleport these orbs to the spire? Just make sure they don't touch it. Like they just float above it, and then they'll be safe there. We can go back to South Cove.
No, I don't have that kind of accuracy.
I'd like
I don't-
these things literally called Spheres of Annihilation not to be near anything that we like.
Yeah.
No, I mean, alternatively, some of us can stay here to guard the orbs while the rest of you go back to South Cove to get Brandolfo to Romaldo, Baboon Boy to sign the contract, and then once he does, we can come back here and then do the various shenanigans we're going to do to get it through the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah, test it in a day, and I can go and I guess get the agreement. Once we have the agreement, we'll come back, and then we'll start the transport process, I guess. Just sound right?
I'll stay here and guard them, make sure none of them go anywhere.
All right. Test identity, are you going to do recall?
Test today we will hold on and cast Word of Recall, popping us back to the Von Karth estate.
Great. So who all is going to the Von Karth estate with you, Tester Day?
Raise your hands if
think
you're
it's
going.
I think it's just Echo.
Must say Amer's thing with the orbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amer's got to admire his handiwork.
Oh, he's also the best one here to control them if something goes wrong.
Yeah, something.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Right.
fair enough.
What do you mean if?
When something goes
When
wrong.
something goes wrong, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So Tester Day and Echo Rex will teleport to the Von Karth estate.
We get to sleep in nice comfy beds tonight
Yep. As
while
opposed to the rest
while
of the
they're
party,
stuck on the island.
who has to sleep on a nasty coral island with orbs of annihilation threatening them at all times.
I mean, Brennan's probably more comfortable there.
That's true.
Is it a trance?
You know what? I mean, why are we so scared of these things? I mean, Amer, you have that orb? Can you juggle them? You can move multiple ones at the same time.
As soon as Tester Day and Echo Rex, the two members who have common sense, are gone, we are going to juggle orbs of annihilation.
I was thinking about throwing garbage.
All
around.
I mean, yeah. Alternatively, we can find a Fomorian and throw him in there, just to see what happens.
I could picture them trying to see just how close they can get them without actually touching them to see if they merge.
We can make a game.
See what happens if you collide them at high speed versus slow speed.
Oh, that'd be a fun game. Yeah, we throw them at each other, and whoever dodges them best wins.
You know how when you're a kid, you go to sleep and you go to sleep as fast as you can, hoping for Santa Claus to come, and you wake up in the morning. That's Echo. Echo's going to sleep like immediately, trying to go to sleep so he can wake up and get this over with.
I picture them just systematically erasing the Isle of Slosh. like they're strip mining in Minecraft.
Yeah,
we're gonna go back.
Amer,
We're gonna go back, and they'll just be orbs of annihilation and no party members.
Yeah.
No, what's going to happen, and I don't even have to ask him. But I'm going to ask regardless. Aimer, using your capacity for moving the orbs around, do you draw dick and balls in the sands of Sholosh?
There is at least one. There is at least one penis in there. There's also writing in giant that says Aimer was here.
Uh-huh.
With the Sphere of Annihilation in a few hours, you could make something visible from orbit.
Yeah.
And he's writing the words in Celestial so everyone can read them.
Gotcha.
Wait, does Aimer know Celestial?
He does now, yes.
Nice. Aimer was here. Good to know.
As you cause an ecological disaster.
Again.
I mean, it's Shalosh. Whatever.
It's fine. This place sucked anyways.
It's a place of mind flayers and slod.
We're making it better.
There's nothing we could do to it that would
better,
make it more of an ecological disaster. Yeah, this is a super fun site.
Yeah.
Just putting my name on it made an ecological disaster, you know?
Now, as a question, did Ricard stay there or did Ricard come home? And if Ricard is speaking, he is muted. I think we might be. Oh, he's AFK at the moment. Sorry.
Yep.
All right. So.
I think he went home.
Oh, Ricard, did you go to the Von Karth estate with Echo and Testudina today?
Sure. I guess that would make sense.
Okay. Yeah. Not sending your friends home to mom and dad. Probably smart. All right. Cool. So as you guys have split the party across thousands of miles, this is the biggest split that any of my groups have had ever.
Why do you have to say it like that, Eric?
Oh, I don't know.
Throwing rocks at holes.
Throwing rocks at holes.
At least I have 13 spheres of annihilation under my control. I doodle with them on various things. Like, there's like all sorts of like stick figure drawings. You know what I mean? Like, it's like caveman art on what's left of the rocks here by the time Aimer's done.
Cool. Awesome. Well, you guys can go ahead and gain the benefits of a long rest. Anything that could possibly threaten Aimer is immediately annihilated.
Those are words we like to hear.
So
Aimer's trying very hard not to find some way to keep this all for himself and be some sort of a sphere of annihilation demon of his own doing.
You don't want to be my next BBEG?
I mean, I would, but not in that same kind of way. Like, spheres of annihilation it's not really his style, you know what I mean? So he gets kind of bored of it after a little while. Like, he's using it to defend himself and still draw more, but he's just like, it's that almost too easy aspect.
Right.
That's what he's like.
When that slot comes running and the orb just erases it, it's dull.
Aimer basically is like making like he's playing pool. He just kind of has like the pool cue in his hand, like shadow-wise, and he just shoots the orb straight into the slot's mouth. Yep. You know, it's like it amuses him for about half an hour, and then he sighs, and he goes over to Rose and goes, "I'm bored."
Oh, that's terrible.
So tested in a day. We need to find out exactly where to deliver this thing, right?
Lady Elmara will have the ability to reach out and get it signed.
Oh. So let's get this agreement done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think she's asleep, so let's go now.
All right.
Okay.
So
yeah, I don't trust Aimer unsupervised.
So you guys go before the long rest or after the long rest?
Let's go. Let's go after the long rest. We'll go first thing in the morning.
Okay.
All right. So you guys go to Regan Fang's place. We pass Kevin in Borgos, and you guys are ushered in without Ricard Von Card. Oh, sorry, with Ricard. He came with you.
Yep. He nods to the Cyclops as we go in.
They give you deference, and you are allowed entry because you do have Ricard with you. You need that nobleman at the moment.
All right, tested in a day. This is your area. I guess we need to speak to management again, don't we?
We give this to Lady Elmara, who will functionally be the courier.
Okay.
Okay.
So Regan Fang will call for her. You will come out. You will do her little nasty appearance where she caresses his jaw with her claw-like talons. As she comes out, she looks at you. So have you come to challenge or something else?
Oh, the challenge may come later. That's always on the table. But no, we have a proposed contract for your lord.
Let's read it.
President hands it over.
She looks it over. As if he would agree to this. Oh.
He's welcome to propose any changes and send it back. It's a game, after all.
He doesn't have time for that.
Well, then, on his behalf, as his agent, perhaps you should make the changes then.
All right. And so she is going to take the contract and she's going to look through it very carefully. And just going through it one more time here. She's going to check a variety of points on it. Interesting. Okay. All right.
I mean,
She's going
is there such thing as an abyssal arbitration association? I mean, that's kind
not,
of.
But that's BS, and she knows
Well, I mean, yeah.
it. You guys. could
Abyssal
create
arbitration means one party eats the other and the dispute is considered resolved.
Alternatively, we could have it like one of the neutral planes. Aren't there like the arbiters or something like that? Like,
Yeah.
The
they can be
inevitables,
designated.
but that's a bit high. That's a bit above the pay grade of the scope of this contract.
So she's going to modify it from 3 days to 7 for closing the portals, because that takes time. That's fine on the termination, and she.
I'm just
knows-
getting flashbacks to work. Just illegal to give this.
Yeah, and for the record, she is not going to include that she is going to be granted service to you guys, because that would be actively in violation of her contract with him. So she's going to remove that side of it, the punishment clause down there. But she'll sign it because everything else is fine.
And Tessa today will sign it on behalf of the Spirits in Fellowship.
Okay. And you guys can get the portals for the Sturges closed if you can deliver these spheres of annihilation to the 3rd layer of the abyss.
In the next 3 days, I believe.
She changed it to 7.
Oh, 7 days. Okay.
And I will probably have a thing of, and she'll reach out so that he will allow Tessa's identity to connect to his realm.
Yep. All right. Ready?
Ready?
Yeah. So where exactly do we need to? Yeah, let's make sure we understand
She's
exactly
going
where
to
we need to
give
deliver this
you
sphere.
a series of runes to teleport
Okay.
to, and they will only work one time for 1 day.
Okay.
So once this gate's done, the runes will be invalidated.
I mean, hey, we did say the 3rd layer. We didn't say where on the 3rd layer. So
Right. He doesn't
Well.
care. He can get there.
yeah, it's his realm. He can go anywhere. So it doesn't really matter where.
All
Right
right.
right in his mouth. How about that?
Right in his mouth. He is large enough that he could technically consume them. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you guys teleporting back to Shalosh?
The only thing that I might
after-
want to put on the table is, do we want to stop by that trinket shop and ask if they have anything that could stabilize a portal, or mitigate a sphere of annihilation?
Oh, you mean stop by the magical Walmart? Yeah,
Judith's Intricacies and Oddities.
Mm-hmm.
no, he was
See if they
thinking
have any
about
like
the place
planar anchors.
Oh, the Omnipharmacon?
Yeah, Pharmacon.
The Omnipharmacon. Monty is here. Just saying.
I think. Yeah, I think tested today. I think. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything like that.
There's not. And
I think
if you guys could find it, it would be exceedingly expensive.
Yeah, okay, so I just
Yeah.
put it on the table. Okay, let's head back to Solash.
I'm as broke as you are.
Yeah.
All right. So, you
So
guys
yeah,
leave here?
we'll leave here and go to the estate, and then we'll teleport back to
All right.
Solash.
So you go to the estate. We check mark that, and then from the estate, anything you want to say to your parents before you leave your card?
Later.
All right. As you ditch, you guys arrive at Shalosh. The terrain has changed.
I picture Amer spent so much time drawing dicks that you could tell the difference between the ones that he drew at first, between the ones where he learned how to feather it with the feather the edges.
So,
Oh, you guys came back.
yeah.
Nothing happened. It was quite boring.
We've got 7 days to deliver the spheres now.
So
No.
tested today. Let's start with your possible solution. If that doesn't work, then we'll go with mine.
Okay. Testidinidae is going to before I guess we'll have like all the spheres lined up in a line, so we're ready to billiard balls them into the through the gate. And he is going to invoke the gate spell.
All right. So you conjure a portal linking an unoccupied space you can see to a precise location on a different plane of existence, which you have the address for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you do so, you hear the wails and screams of the abyss.
Hey, tested today. Win, lose, or draw. Don't close that gate.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Checking. So, and it can come through each way, right?
Yes.
Awesome. So sturges begin pouring out of it.
Well, luckily there's some spheres of annihilation right in front of it.
Correct. So they fly out into the spheres of annihilation.
Hurry, hurry, hurry.
I call this the Aimer Bug Zapper 5000.
And then Testidinidae is going to attempt to channel the direct power of his goddess and use divine intervention.
Awesome. Cool.
If you can use inspiration, you can have mine.
Okay.
I've
You
got
hear-
one I've been sitting on for a while.
You also hear Aimer go, "Oh, the EXP. It's so delicious."
If only. So,
Okay, here we go. I need an 18 or below.
yes.
Close.
I'd like to use inspiration.
You may use your inspiration.
I was about to say, can I silver barb that?
Ah,
Okay.
And I use my inspiration.
I'm saving mine for Echo's plan, just in case.
so can I use another person's inspiration?
Okay.
Yeah,
It's like Baldur's gating it.
It
basically,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You can regard the
I have
inspiration.
inspir-
Damn!
Wow, you
Nice.
just
That's a
Better.
low number to get. That is a low number.
All right.
Any other inspi snacks on the
well,
table?
I'm saving it for Echo's plan because that's the one that has we have to make 3 good rolls in a row.
I have inspiration. Should I save it for it?
It's up to you. It's your inspiration, man.
I thought Echo's plan was to use Wish.
Oh,
So-
right. I thought we were doing the
yeah,
movement-
no. So if he uses wish, we have to use the inspiration to save him so that he can keep using the wish. Although
Yeah.
he will also be super drained from it.
Well, yeah. So I am going to, because if Echoes fucks up, those are permanent consequences for Echo. So I'm going to save my inspiration for him because I really want him to keep being able to use his 9th level spell.
Okay.
All right. So in that case.
Okay, so the gate flickers and changes colors for a moment, but it remains a standard gate. Testadene lowers his holy symbol and says, "It's not in the cards today."
All right.
Okay, so how do you pronounce this demon's name again?
Rolmanod.
Romanod, that's right. So Echo instructs Amber to put the spears back together.
Immer sighs. He goes, "I spent all that time taking it apart." You know, and he says, you hear him grumbling as you see his hands out there. He's kind of moving them away from him slowly but surely as he combines them, so that like by the time they're done, he's not obliterating himself.
Okay.
So Echo is going to wish this sphere of annihilation away to the 3rd level of the abyss in control of Romanov.
Okay. Cool. So, as we are doing this as not one of the options there.
Yep.
So,
I've never actually seen this.
Right. So you stated
So
your
privileged
wish
to be here right now.
Nobody's dumb enough to do it.
Right.
I've never seen it.
So this is not a massive wish, but it's a wish. Doing this.
Taking risks is part of the fun.
If these are black holes, isn't it technically wishing upon a star?
A dead one, yes.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
a Spirit Time Fellowship for you. Yeah.
I'm thinking about all the other little effects
Okay.
that these have.
So
Wish has.
the stress of casting this spell is going to stress you out for the rest of the day.
Yep.
Um.
Yeah, the consequences are pretty heavy.
Yep. So your strength score drops to 3.
He's a kobold. Who can tell the difference?
Please roll 2d4 to find out for how many days. I know this doesn't matter because of Testudine Day being here, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah, it matters.
That was a rough one. 7 days.
7 days. Oof.
Yeah.
So for a week.
Yeah.
All right. And then finally, there's a 33% chance that you are unable to cast Wish ever again. So,
Yep.
This is the inspiration tab.
yeah, before we do that, as the orbs go and are going to just disappear from here, the Sturges are going to be coming through. Will you snap the gate shut when the orb disappears?
Probably give it one round so we can see the orb appearing on the far side, so we can confirm that it's happened.
Yeah.
Well,
Merge them, Aimer.
he did.
There he did.
Okay.
All right. So the easy way to do this is your choice, Doug. Would you prefer a D100 or a D3?
D100.
All right. So on a D100, I need you to roll above a 33, or you will never be able to cast Wish again.
There.
There's your inspiration.
That's what Tetsu needed. Do you have inspiration?
Yeah. So I have to roll above a 33, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to roll above a
That's
33.
a 76. That's a 76, right?
Negative. That is a 06.
No, I've got a 7 and a 6 on mine.
Go look and roll 20. That's not
Oh
what
wow.
that delivered.
Okay.
The dice do that sometimes. Like, I'll think I got something
Oh, no.
great.
Oh, that's funny because mine do say 7 and 6 in roll 20. Okay.
I see a
Hold on,
7
let me look.
for your days of strength drain.
Oh, that's right. I see. Oh, I see. Yeah. So I will use my inspiration. I see what
Okay.
you're saying. Yep. And roll in. How about?
Oh my goodness!
Rose.
I'm giving Echo my inspiration. I'll mark that off on my sheet.
All right.
There you go.
So with
Whoa.
a 56,
Big sigh. Big
Okay, so
sigh.
that is a classic example of why you don't mess with that spell.
Mhm. Yeah.
When you wish upon a star.
So, as the orb is teleported to the third layer of the abyss, now in the control of Rolmanad, you never specified where in the third level of the abyss it is, and as it appears, it destroys the individual who was kept prisoner there,
Oh,
annihilating him. You never
Oh,
hear a
I bet-
scream.
I bet it was someone Ilmaro really didn't like because she's the one who gave us the coordinates.
Yep. You never heard them scream. You never heard any sign of it. You don't know it happened. But the
Nope.
camera, for
They-
just a moment, saw a celestial being that was a very important person to the 6 gods get erased from existence.
that's just our luck.
Not my problem.
The 6 elven gods?
The chosen of the 6 gods has been destroyed.
Wait, I thought there was 6 of them. 6 chosen.
There are.
Oh,
What?
so the,
He's
the
thinking-
chosen of the main one? Like the unnamed one?
The one that was there has been killed.
Oh, look at it this way. Now
So-
that that he's been killed, they can go pick a new chosen.
Well, I just want to make sure it was the mortal chosen, right? That's a position that can be replaced.
They can be replaced. Anyone can be replaced.
Alright.
But somewhere where they were being tortured on the third layer of the abyss, they've been erased from existence.
They've
You
been
know,
free from their
Consequence
pain.
For the
Yeah, we helped
spell being cast and the exertion. So,
Well, we don't even know what happened, so
right.
nothing we can do about it.
And to be fair, you gotta look at it could be a blessing or a curse because he was being tortured. It's not like anyone was going into the third level of the abyss to save him.
Mm-mm. All right.
How many levels of exhaustion? Is that 2?
It is no levels of exhaustion.
Yeah, you said
Oh, I thought
0.
it was.
You said no. His strength just becomes 3,
Okay.
and then as
7
well, until you finish a long rest, any spell you cast, you take 1d10 necrotic damage per level of the spell.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
It cannot be reduced or prevented in any way.
That's right. Yep.
So that means we're going on vacation, huh?
Well, I mean, Echo doesn't really need
Yeah.
minus a strength save, but
Well, I mean, if he can't cast spells without killing himself.
until a long rest.
Until tomorrow.
Oh, until tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
one long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
But
So,
Rip,
tested anything. Can you do recall or?
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's get out of this.
Yes,
this
I would be
place
quite
sucks.
glad to never see this place again.
after the long rest too, I need to go to Nausea. I gotta go return the amulet.
All right, so we return to the Von Karth estate because that's where you set the word of recall. All right,
Very good.
so we are going to play a little game after session, so please stick around for just a moment. But
Yep,
I think
yep.
that's a great spot for us to end for tonight, as you guys have managed to return to the Von Karth estate after having fulfilled your side of the contract and delivered the Orbs of Annihilation, the massive one, to Rolmanad. We'll come back next week to find out what happens next with the Spirit's End Fellowship, and will you guys try to take the leadership of South Cove from Lady Ilmaro and Regan Fang? Figure that out next week.